minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good evening, lovely people. Hope you're well. Welcome back to another Monday night live show. Apologies, we are late because of me. Apologies. Jeff, how you doing this evening, bro?
You know what? I'm feeling all right.
Oh. All right. all right. I like this, Drifty. I like this.
I'm feeling all right, you know, bro. I'm feeling all right.
You're and all that. All right, I see.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I like this. I like this, Drifty. This is what I want to see.
Yeah. So I totally forgot I did that. Yeah.
Right, guys. As always, a little bit of housekeeping duties. So please do smash the like button if you haven't already. Please do so. Also, with super chats, guys, I just want to reassure you, when you guys send a super chat, we do store it and save it. So we will get to it when there's a natural pause in the discussion, etc. So don't feel as though we see your super chat, we're ignoring it. We have it, we stored it, and we'll read it out when we get a natural pause. So don't worry, we don't do that here. We will read out your super chats, and we really do appreciate all of that as well. So on the show today, we're going to be I've got a little theory when it comes to Salah and the contract. So I'm going to present my theory. I've even got an Excel spreadsheet. How about that? Accountancy cow. Accountancy cow is in the building today. So I've got a little theory on that. Going to be speaking about Trent and his statistics in the league and the amount of assists he gets, etc. Going to speak about Joe Gomez. Going to speak about some transfer rumors, and then also end off with the with the Fantasy Premier League. I've got FIFA on my mic because it's for the FIFA team, innit?
The men's awards is coming up soon anyway, right?
Yes, I think it's happening now. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mendy's already won goalkeeper or something like that, and Jorginho and Kante won in midfield. So again, it's just one of these trophies that's kind of stipulated by Europa League, Champions League, and the Euros, as opposed to what else happens. Because, you know, I think Tuchel got coach of the year. For me, that should have been Pep, in my opinion. But hey, we're here, innit?
Hold on, Tuchel won coach of the year?
Yeah.
Okay, so the World Cup and the Champions League literally are just the barometer for whether you're. So Di Matteo was coach of the year that year, I'm guessing.
He would have been. FA Cup as well, though, Drift. Don't sleep on Di Matteo, bro. I'd have him back at Chelsea any day of the week, bro. But yeah, we are going to get into things, guys, and we're going to start with the topic at hand, Mohamed Salah's contract. Let's go.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, bro. Before we get started, there's no way this can be real. Hold on. Where's Jamie? Big up Jamie as always. Where's what Jamie just said?
Oh, what, Salah didn't get into the 11?
Yeah.
Yeah,
is that true?
Are you surprised by that?
Hold on. Him not winning the individual award with the Messi bias and all that kind of stuff, La Liga tax, yeah, fair enough. Salah didn't get into the World 11. Are you serious?
Why do you stress about this, Drift? Don't no. Stop. No, stop. Back, happy drift. I need him back. Happy drift. Liverpool won yesterday. Wait,
but you can't tell me Salah's been left out. And
happy drift.
Right, I'm in shock. Yeah, all right, let's move. I'm in shock. I'm in absolute shock.
Happy drifty, man. We said happy drifty, bro. Bro, it's not even 5 minutes into the stream, drift, bro. Just maintain it for me, please, bro.
Well, blame Jamie. He's the one who told me.
All right. So I'm gonna try and share my screen. I can't even seem to find it at the moment. Don't do this. Ah, no.
Oh, is there really a spreadsheet, Cam?
Yeah, no.
He's gonna do that. I forgot my phone. He's gonna do that one.
No, I'm in the mud a little bit because I've proper prepared the spreadsheet. Come on, where is it? All right, what I'm gonna do, I don't even know what to do now. I had this proper plan. All right, I'm gonna take it
for real.
Say again.
Have you lost it? You can't find it?
It just won't let me share it on this platform for whatever reason.
Oh, okay. What, is there no way you can just do the screen share like you normally do? No,
not for this. It's not letting me. Oh, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I've got an idea, Drew. I'm gonna copy it into Word and then I'm gonna do it like that. There we go.
Or you could just take screenshots of every page and you could just bring them up like that.
Nah, it's not as impactful, bro, when I start scrolling and all that. It's different gravy, drift, bro. It's different gravy, bro. But basically the crux of it is I think Salah is gonna sign a new contract.
Okay. And
I'm gonna explain why. Even though I understand and I appreciate the concern because I too am extremely, extremely concerned. However, I think there's something brewing. Oh, now the thing decides to show itself. Here it is. 10, the FSG are trying to hold me down, man. I can't keep a good man down. Can we see it? Let me make it bigger.
Oh, yeah, bro, you're definitely going to... I know I've got 2020, but that must be like pilot vision for that.
All right, that must be good now, yeah?
Yeah, I can see that.
All right. Just keep an eye on the super chats and pin them for me if they come through, yeah?
Yeah, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Nico's living nice. 25 grand a week.
All right, so this is what I'm saying now, Drift. So what I've done, I've broken it down and I've added some players to a list that I think we will potentially move on in the summer. Yeah? Okay,
cool.
All right, so
we're going in. All right.
Yeah, so I've got Nico Williams, James Milner, Naby Keita, Minamino, Phillips, and Adrian. Now, Nico's on 25k, Milner 140, Keita 120, Taki 75, Nat 65, and Adrian 58, which totals a weekly current salary of 483 between those players. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now I've looked at some players that we could potentially bring in, and I'm looking at Max Aarons, Basuma, Zakaria, Neto, and Vlahovic, and then I've got Salah's contract increase as well because that's the main crux of this. So currently, Max Aarons is on 22k, Basuma's on 25, Zakaria's on 51, Neto on 50, Vlahovic on 26, and obviously Salah on 200. Now, obviously, if we were to sign these players, they would get a bump up in contract. That's only natural. So I've tried to be as realistic as I can be with the bump ups. But again, let me know if you guys think I'm not being realistic or if you think
I've already got a couple rebuttals for a few of them, bro.
All right, cool. I hear you. So Max Aarons, I'm saying 40, almost a double in the salary.
I'm worried that isn't possible based on his not availability. His with
the fact
everybody wanted.
So yeah,
what's the word when you're demand? Because of the demand for Max Aarons, I reckon we say 40, Arsenal will say 50, Man U will say 60. You know when you start playing that hardball game where people start.
That's fair enough. All right, so what are we saying then?
I reckon you'd probably have to pay him about 50 to 60 because there'll be competition for him.
I'm going to go 50. I think 50 is reasonable. Because remember, if he's choosing us for the project and because we like to win.
Yeah.
Basuma, again, I think 65.
You'll have to pay him 100.
No, Drift, not 100.
Bro, everybody wants Basuma, Cal.
Not 100, no, Drift. It won't be 100, bro.
Man United will offer him 100.
I doubt it. Then
bro.
you know they might. But will he want to go there
Man
though?
United will offer him 100, bro. Think about it. Basuma is the most sought after midfielder in the Premier League at the moment, really.
Doesn't mean he'll want to go there though, Drift.
But he'll go there if we only offer him 60 and they offer him 100. I'm telling you, bro.
So you want me to bump him up to 100?
Yeah, I think you'd have to pay Basuma 100, bro. I'm being real.
This might be in the mud from early still.
Sorry, bro. I know I'm shitting on your plans there, bro.
Zakaria, 80k.
He's a free agent, so if you're gonna pay him 80, that's
I'm saying we get Zakaria now, and the reason I say we get Zakaria now is to avoid the whole free agent tax.
Yeah. Probably about 75, 80. Yeah.
All right,
but again, other people do want Zakaria. All right, let's stick with 75 for Zakaria.
All right, Neto, I'm saying 75.
100.
No, because he's not going to get more than Jota. Not coming off the back of an injury season as well.
Yeah, but he's the prodigal son, bro.
Yeah, but it's not about. He's not
before that injury. Neto was the future of Portugal, bro.
I'd say that's more João Felix than Andre Neto. Oh, not Andre Silva, sorry.
Nah, but I'll say Neto's the one that they believe is truly going to be that guy that takes them to that next level.
He's saying 100 for Neto as well, yeah?
Yeah, I reckon you're going to have to pay Neto a one, bro.
You are. I'm not going to lie. You're kind of killing my Salah theory here still. Vlahovic on 26k, 80k. Almost quadrupled.
He's the hottest striker for this summer.
110 Drift. I'm not going higher than 110.
Yeah, bro, he's the hottest prospect. He's definitely getting over 100.
All right, this is kind of.
I can't believe he's only on 26 now. That's nuts.
This is kind of putting me in the mud still. I'm not gonna lie, Drift. I was hoping you'd have just stuck with what I come up with. Remember, Julian Ward is coming in. He's a good negotiator, bro. All right. So if we were to go with these figures, and again, it doesn't necessarily have to be these players, but let's say around these sort of salaries, you're looking at a weekly increase overall at the club of 157k. Now, the reason I say there's a high chance that we do Salah in the summer as opposed to now is because if you do Salah now, you're adding on 200k to this 483, which would put you on 683, which is more than this number, which is what we would do in the summer if we increase and buy players after selling. That there is my theory as to why I think we'll keep Salah and get him a new contract. I've spoken. Oh, okay. Origi moving on. Sorry, not happy about it, but Origi moving on. That's extra salary, right?
Yeah, Origi's on. I think Origi's on 52 grand a week.
Look, money. Let me just drop Origi in there real quick.
And the wickedest thing is, though, bro, you see with the Mo, where you've got him on the increase, you've only put his increase to the same amount.
No, the increase is because you can't give him 400 because you're only giving him an extra 200.
Oh, I'm with you. So that's a 200 grand increase. Okay, I'm with you.
See it there. All right, so now it's 533 that will be, accumulating, as opposed to the 683 we'd be paying now if we did the contract. So
I also believe that we might get rid of Ox. So there could be more to add to that. But yeah.
No, there might be, but I'm not going to include that because Ox is homegrown. So that now works out to 107,000 extra, as opposed to what it would be from now to the end of the season, plus beyond the summer. That's my theory.
But Cal, let me tell you something.
Carriers will be going as well.
Even though what you're saying makes perfect sense, and it's kind of making me feel like you probably are actually right, if I'm being completely honest with you, which is making me think that maybe the club are trying to be all smart about it, thinking about the money saving thing. The only thing that I will say, and not to bring the mood down or anything, is those players that you've named, I reckon they're a higher quality than what we'll end up with. So I don't even necessarily think you might need that many wages. Because I'll be honest with you, Max Aarons and Zakaria are the only two on that list that I reckon I'll probably go, no, we could get them. I think if a bidding war happens for Basuma, we won't get involved. And it might end up that he becomes 30, 40, 50 mil just because there's so much demand for him and you know you got to pay it to get him. And Neto and Vlahovic, again, maybe we wouldn't take a chance on Neto because he's coming off of a bad injury. But Vlahovic is such hot property. They're going to end up getting more money for him as well, bro, because it's going to be a hot potato thing and everyone's going to be like, oh, Vlahovic. He's going to be like what Haaland was last summer, where everybody's interested and it's like, who can get him? And you know, bro, this is why I'm annoyed, because you remember we sat down last summer and we said, you got to get Vlahovic now before everybody gets the hype. And now look, bro, we're only 6 months down the line. Everybody gets the hype. And now look, everyone's chasing after him. And look how his price tag's just going to go up and up. Even though he's only got 1 year left.
No, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying his price tag won't go up that high.
No, it will though, bro, because even though there's only 1 year.
No, Tottenham tried to get him last season. Was what 80 mil they had to bid, they said.
But remember, now there's a war. So if Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man U all want him, Fiorentina still kind of hold the thing of like, who's going to pay us the most? And then we'll have to start paying more than he's worth, bro.
No, Drift. I'll tell you why it won't work like that. Because all it will be is if someone, let's say Fiorentina say they'll accept 50 mil, all that will happen is the other clubs will offer 50 mil, but try and offer him better salaries or a better project or promise of something else. They won't go higher with the bid.
You usually have to outbid the competition, though.
No, it's about, then it becomes the player picks. The most you might outbid is
to stop that happening, you do what Newcastle did with Michael Owen, bro. You just offer more and the other club can't even get involved.
No, but that was back in the day. Remember, there's bare time left on the contract. He's got a year left on his contract in the summer. Fiorentina can't afford to lose him on a free.
No, I know that. I just feel like...
So even if they get more money, it's still going to be less than what they would have been last year. Last year, they were quoting like 80 odd mil and all that. This summer, the maximum he'll go for is 60. Arsenal are trying to get him now for 50. And this is January.
But this is what I'm saying. Them 60 mil is the type of money Liverpool won't pay as well. That's what you know what I mean?
We're not talking about transfer fees today, Drew. It's just salary. That's a whole nother spreadsheet, brother. That's a whole nother spreadsheet. But in terms of salary, I think it's achievable. And I think Liverpool, as much as I don't like it, as much as it would just be a case of let's just give him the contract now to just shut everything up. I think they're waiting until the end of the season to get rid of some players and then make that transition of the new contract. Would that
then mean they are in like a gentleman's agreement that it will happen to keep Mo happy? Because surely Mo would be getting antsy himself if he wasn't in the know of like, that's what they were going to do.
You'd hope so.
Do you get what I mean?
You'd hope so. You'd hope there's communication there of the agent and just being like, look, these are the terms. Like, this is what we'll do in the summer. But you have to wait till the summer.
The only
worry I have with that is we have to be careful his head doesn't get turned, or we have to make sure we keep our promise. We have to make sure we keep our promise. If we don't keep our promise, we're in the mud. Big time.
And not only that, bro, I was looking, I can't remember what I was watching. It might have been Big Six. Shout out them, man. But I was watching the show.
2 million views them lot got as well. So big up to the Big Six show, man.
They got an award, did you say?
No, they've just gone over the 2 million views since they've started it. So
big, yeah, that's big, man. It might have been them, or it might have been somebody else. Or it might even have been when I jumped on with Grizz. Big up Grizz as always. Like last night, the night before I jumped on with Carl, we had a little late night madness. I can't remember where, but there was some point where we were talking about ownership. And I came out of the conversation and I sat back. And I remember thinking to myself, bro, I know we bang on about FSG and you know, we say it in little rants and we get angry and stuff like that. But like, you know, when you sit back and you deep something on like a proper level, no anger, try not to be emotional, you just deep it on a proper level. FSG have literally destroyed what Liverpool could have been, even though they were slightly part of what was being built. And it feels really hypocritical to yourself as the owner for that to be what you did. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, how can you say you want to do this and then end up with this, and then do this again? And it's just counterproductive. Like, not even hypocritical. It's counterproductive. Like, if I've got something that could become something and I get in the way of it becoming something, and it's me that profits or benefits if it becomes something, it's fully counterproductive to ever think that is normal for me to make that be the case. Do you get what I mean? Like, bro.
So I tell you why it's not drift, because again, you're seeing it like me and all the other fans. I'm gonna try and break it down in an analogy. Not gonna be as good as one of yours, but I'm gonna do my best. Let's say I'm a property owner and I'm trying to build a portfolio. Yeah. Let's say I purchase 2 houses to rent out. Yeah. Let's say one of the houses has got a leak and it causes some damage and the room needs redecorating. The tenant might want certain decorations and paint used and all that. I'm going to use the cheapest possible stuff to get that done, as long as it's done properly. Because why? I want to keep my rent turning over, and I want to make sure I at least break even or make a profit. Self-sustain. Let's not make no bones about it. Self-sustainable means I don't put my hand in my pocket, but you guys get top 4, and I don't really care about anything else.
But let me hit you up there, because that analogy is perfect, bro. But here's where that's why it's stupid to be like that, because that is exactly what they do. If you do that, at some point, bro, you're going to have to redo it because you didn't do it the way it was meant to be the first time. So if you know plywood, for an example, after 5 years, you have to replace it because it goes moldy, or say something like that, some whatever hypothetical. But if you use concrete or brick or something like that, it would last for 30 years. If you keep doing it every 5 years to be cheap, in the long run, bro, it's worse. You spend all this time and extra money, and you stopped your place from being, your property from being worth more. Do you get what I'm saying?
On the surface, it seems like I'm spending more money, but really and truly, I can just recoup money by doing something else, upping the rent or selling.
But it still feels counterproductive, though, right?
Not
to
to
keep
them,
redoing something you could just do right the first time and it just lasts.
No, when it's self-sustainable, the models dictates that they want us to be self-sustainable. So whatever they do is us working towards self-sustainability. And look, this is what you gotta understand, Drift, yeah, and you already know this. Abramovich and Mansour for Man City, in my opinion, are the only 2 owners in the league who go all out to win the league every season. The Glazers, the Kroenkes, FSG, they are here to make top 4 Champions League money. Anything other than that is a bonus, not a desire.
Yeah, I know,
I'll repeat, it's not a want or a desire. It is a bonus. It's one of those, I went to put petrol in the car and I got there and the guy behind the till gave me a £5 off because he said there's a deal on today. Oh, right, you got a £5 off? Yeah. Oh, why? Run the FA Cup? Yeah. They did it. They won the FA Cup. Did they make top 4? Yeah. That's the main thing.
Bro, FSG are like them brothers that only eat Krispy Kreme when they drive past when the lights on and they're giving out the free hot one.
That would be me.
They're never going in and purchasing, but they keep taking the free ones, bro.
I'm not gonna, you lot know, in my actual life, I'm FSG. I'm FSC. I'm FSC. Like,
sports cow, you know.
Yeah, that is me in a nutshell. But you know what? It is what this is where we're at, and it's not going to change. It's just not going to change. And look, this is a perfect way of putting it. So shout out to 1892 Reds podcast. I see Dave's LFC chats in the comments as well. Big up, Dave's. Make sure you guys check out their channels. Cal Drift, do you think if Salah signs a new deal, a big name player will be gone? I heard it could cost up to 80 mil for Salah's new contract. So this is what I was going to touch on. Even if Salah's contract is 80 mil, the question I'll throw back, and this is not directly throwing it back to 1892 Reds podcast, they are firmly on the side of Salah getting a renewal. Which player can you go out and get for 80 mil that's going to replicate what 2 players can you go out and get for 80 mil that's going to replicate what Salah does? And remember, that's just 80 mil of the contract. if you pay someone or clubs 80 mil for a couple of players, you still then got to pay extra for both of their salaries or one of their salaries. It costs more money to sell Salah. It actually does. It costs us as a club, and it costs us more money to sell Salah because you're replacing that person because he's so good is a lot. Because 80 might not even get you a Salah replacement. So I reckon we get
Scoop. Scoop is hilarious. No, I tell you what that is. That's a man who doesn't trust that she's making sure that she's right. That's what that is, bro.
I Scoops like in curls still. So yeah, look, that's like I'm not gonna sit here and say it's a guarantee because I wouldn't sit here and be surprised if we sold Salah in the summer. But I think I now see an avenue to where it happens. I'm more optimistic than I was a day or two ago. Don't know about you, Drift.
Boy,
I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah, but you know what? Big up with the spreadsheet because I get exactly where you're going from. It works out and it shows there's no excuse for why it isn't the case, even if that is the case, even though we're no, because it means we've got to wait another 4 months to get this resolved or 5 months or whatever to get this resolved. What you've done right there is you've shown on a basic scale, without going into too much detail, that it isn't even far-fetched for it to be what we're doing and what we should do. So it's almost like, even though in reality things don't necessarily work out exactly to plan, how can we not even get close to that?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? As summer activity or what the plan is or what Salah's contract situation is or whatever the thing is, it's like, this is just a basic breakdown to be like, it can't be hard to even make 75% of this right, surely. Yeah. Because this is very realistic. Do you get what I mean? Like,
facts. FSG, holla. I know I take the mic. It's all banter. I'll stop that. I do what I need to do, but you see, I do the spreadsheet thing. Yeah, obviously, Matt and Drift got to come through with me. I'll make sure Matt and Drift are on board with the banter stuff as well. We'll just obviously we've got to maintain it for the channel, but we won't go too far. Holla, we got you. I'm going to read out some super chats before we move to the next topic. I'm not even going to read out this name. Coutinho, all I wanted was to be loved. Love conquers all. I think that's Nisa, if I'm not mistaken. He says, morning, Cal. Hope all is well. Any standout performances in that Villa game? I'm going to speak about it. I'm in the mud with that, so I'm going to speak about it. I'm not gonna avoid it. Plus, you lot won't let me. FSG, please spend anything. Prison FC has a new gaffer now. Just to let you guys know, we're not going to get into any of that stuff. So just letting you know from now. We'll read out the super chats, but we're not actually going to comment or go into that. Mr. Here's my rebuttal. Cal's lawyer, big up. Says, Cal, just for the show, I'm backing you versus Pagan Coutinho. Big up, Mr. Here's my rebuttal. Big up yourself. Lee says, hold it, DT. Not going to read that one, Sean. Star Daisy says, look at what FSG done to us. Full accountants, blend Affleck settings. No other fan base does. Find shortcuts to cut the electricity bill at Axe. That's jokes. And cutting off the lights mid-training, you know, like, right, new drill. New drill. Keep ball. Lights off. Keep ball. 975 Jamrock says, Vlahovic isn't going for 50 mil, more 70 and 50 mil up front. I don't think so, Jamrock. I don't think so. Not every year left on the contract, and Fiorentina aren't in a position where they can be turning money down like that. Troy M says, Basuma and Zakaria are going to be hard. Whoever we get second will likely be concerned about playing time, particularly with Klopp's selection favoritism. Agree, Troy. Agree, but I'm doing the optimism thing, so bear with me, brother. Jamrock says Mbappe leaning towards re-signing with PSG. Wow.
For real.
They must be offering us something mad.
Yeah.
If he does that, I'll be honest, I've got a question. His ambition.
Maybe he's truly enjoying playing with with Messi
Neymar,
and Neymar. I'm thinking, let me at least give it one more year because I am still young. Because if he signs a new deal, they're gonna put like a minimal release fee, I reckon, of like what PSG paid. I don't think Mbappe is gonna sign it and let them not put a buyout clause because then that means that he's got to wait another 4 or 5 years until he can go unless somebody offers money that they won't. So I reckon that'll probably be one of them ones where like a 2-year deal with a buyout or I don't know like that's
buyout after 1 season maybe.
Yeah, like what Haaland did when he went Dortmund. It's not going to be a 4 or 5 year deal with no buyout. Mbappe.
That would make sense.
You know what I mean?
Mr. Hares, my rebuttal says, let's be real, we're only getting 1 forward in midfielder. That's it. No, not according to my spreadsheet. We're not. Usman, we have heard about the situation. Sam Sanook says FSG are doing a pump and dump with us. Professional. I'm really trying. I'm trying. There we go. Back in the room. We'll be sold within 5 years. We've never been a priority to them like the Red Sox. Good thing is we will have no debt.
We won't be sold, guys. I can't see anybody to afford them.
AM says, fam, we're window shopper FC done out here. Jamrock says, Karen Drift, watch Kieran Maguire and Rob Wilson. Yeah, we had Kieran Maguire on here before as well. So we'll try and get him back on. Is there a particular show, Jamrock, that you want us to watch? Messi FC says, if Iniesta was at Liverpool, Millie would be clear of Xavi.
He's still trying to take the position.
Liam says a raid lead for Calvin, Phillips, and Rafinha. KG, look away now.
I don't think Calvin Phillips will be who I would want, though.
I would take him, but the price we'd have to spend on him, and it would be crazy.
I still don't think he's a big enough upgrade.
Arguably. Rich Dean says, big up you guys. You know we're accountants FC when Kopish break out the spreadsheets. It's my birthday today. I'm getting ultra-rated. Hey, Rich Dean, you know what we're going to have to do because it's your birthday. Big up. Hope you've had a fantastic day. Hope you have an even better evening. Let's go. Big up to yourself on your birthday. Jamrock says, Cal, this is educational, well thought out. Love it. Big up, Jamrock. I knew you'd like that little spreadsheet, Jamrock. I was for you still. LTF says, I rate Cal for the Excel, but surely LFC fans shouldn't be accustomed to making Excel spreadsheets and being accounting. It's embarrassing what FSG have done to us. That is true. It's true. I shouldn't have had to be rushing around finding all those wages and salaries to make it make sense. Tahir says, I don't mind Salah leaving FSG showing no ambition. To hear, please don't put that out in the atmosphere. Jamrock says they break down some NIFs, net spend, jersey sales. I'm actually in the process of trying to look at jersey sales and all that, but not just for our players that I'd like us to sign, because that comes back into the whole business model. Big up to Jamie Phillips, Football Chats. Make sure you check him out as well. Arsenal trying to get Thursday game called off. I've been banging the Bowen drum for ages now. People on board. For Thursday, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. On the Bowen thing, Jamie, I was meant to respond to your tweet actually. So, Jamie, you know there's a clause going around, or there's rumors going around that Bowen's got a 20 mil release clause in his contract. That's only if West Ham get relegated, not just generally. That's only if they get relegated, and they're not getting relegated. West Ham would demand anything between 60 to 80 mil for Bowen, even if he's not worth it, in my opinion. Messi FC says if Iniesta was at Liverpool, he would take Iago Aspas free kicks. I'd hope he does. I really would hope he does. But yeah, Drift, anything you want to add to the Salah before we move on to the next topic?
No, but on Jamie's super chat about Arsenal trying to get the game cancelled. If they really are trying to get the game cancelled, then they're just, I mean, obviously we call them banter FC and stuff like that, but they're done out here. The irony of all of this, like, and there's not one Arsenal fan that I've spoken to that hasn't tried to be tongue in cheek about it. And it's like, bro, just be serious with me for a minute. You came at us hard.
Pause.
And your club did the exact same thing. You know what they say to me? We learned from the best. You set the pace. And all that. I'm like, so if I jumped off a bridge, would you follow me? Like, no.
Kind of logic. Here it is, Drift. If you jump off a bridge, why wouldn't they follow? Because all it does is show that they can do it better than someone else previously, innit? Gunner logic, bro. It works. If you jump off a bridge and maybe you break a leg,
jump in my drag, they'll fall exactly where I was. Land on me, I'll break their fall, and then they'll be all right.
And they'll survive
for jumping.
Because you know why? They're invincible. Gunner logic. Gunner logic. Hashtag Gunner logic. Let's move on to the next topic. Right, got to talk about the star boy, the golden boy, Mr. Statistics. Trent is now on 10 Premier League assists for the season so far, leapfrogging Mo Salah, who's in second place on 9. Now, Trent's previous record was 13 in the league, and I think before that was 12. Trent, to equal his best ever assist record in a season, needs 3 more assists between now and the end of the season. To better it, he needs 4. Do we sleep on and do we take for granted just how crazy this boy is creatively? Because for a right back to be putting up these numbers, and yes, you can throw in set pieces and corners, but so does KDB, so does Bruno. So let's not change the goalpost now. Let's not move the goalpost. It is incredible. Barring injury or barring our attackers just going in an absolute free fall and, let's be honest, sabotaging him, Trent will be getting the highest amount of assists a defender's ever got in a season. The first defender to get 10 or more assists in 3 seasons consecutively, and depending on what Robbo does, may become the outright all-time assist maker for defenders in the Premier League era. Not only is this boy a generational talent, are we looking at a player that we massively underrate and appreciate?
Bro, I think we had a conversation maybe a month or 2 ago about Trent. And I said to you, like, I think he's actually the most, not necessarily the most important Liverpool player, but I think he's the Liverpool player that has the biggest demands put on him in general. And I know a lot of people are like, no, it must be Salah because Salah's looked at as our goal scorer. And I get that logic, but our whole system is based around Trent. Like, I even believe that might have been one of the arguments why Buvac and Klopp had their breakup, because I reckon Klopp, which he went on to do, wanted to use that as the weapon, and maybe Buvac didn't like the idea of that, and then that's where their clashes were. Because as soon as Buvac left, Klopp made the whole system the wing-backs, literally, or the full-backs. Like, that became our system. He realised Robbo and Trent were good enough, and they became the system.
I disagree, Drift. I think that became the system when Coutinho left, and Buvac was still there at the time. I think that's when the system really changed.
What? So you think in 17-18 we started to use the fullbacks? I don't know,
Yeah, we did, bro. We really
I'll
did.
say it was more 19-20 when it was like, right, this is the system now, using the fullbacks.
17-18 after Coutinho went, that's when we started doing it. Not to the extent we do it now, but that's when it was starting to happen. That's when we saw Robbo bombing up more. That's when we saw Trent playing more, because remember, it was between him and Gomez at the beginning of the season, and Gomez was getting a nod more often than not. Trent just went into a whole league of his own, and him and Robbo just went on a madness. 18-19 is when they put the cake together. 19-20 is when they icing the cake and presented it to the client, bro. So I genuinely do think when we lost Coutinho, I think that's when we transition. And again, that's nothing on Ox. Ox was excellent in that period when Coutinho left. But you wouldn't really say Ox was a creator like that. He got a few assists. He weren't really a creator. He was a guy that would drive from midfield and open up space with his running. But ultimately, the creativity, in my opinion, was coming from the fullbacks.
Yeah, maybe. But anyway, so back to your actual question. See Trent Alexander, yeah? First of all, you know you're a bad man when
Trent Alexander assist is what we call him now.
Cool. I'll try and remember that. You already know you're a G when man calls you by your first name. Let's keep it a buck. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if people call you by your first name when you're a footballer, you are something else. There's a reason why your first name's been used, because you're different. You mean something. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's bro, you see this little kid, yeah? When you actually look at the situation and the fact that he's come through the academy, right? He may be about 7 to 8 years away from me really having the conversation. But based on what he's done and where he's going and the achievements and the records and whatever, at this stage of his career, compared to the others, he's on par with Michael Owen and Fowler for this age. And there's an argument, which I don't like, if you throw in the trophies, he's above both of them. But I don't like to really do the trophies as a thing where you do it. But like, bro, we're talking about the two best players probably to come out of our academy apart from Gerrard. Or arguably.
McManaman's up there as well. But yeah.
Yeah, but no, but I would say Owen and Fowler are above McManaman in my opinion. But I get what you mean. But so for Trent to be in that category.
All right, so that's my next question, Drift. Gerrard, Fowler, McManaman, Owen, Trent. Is he the 5th best academy product we've had at Liverpool in our lifetime? On his way to potentially.
But here's the thing: are we gonna go one? Here's the thing, though, Cal. Are we gonna go for Owen or Fowler based on glory? Because we're banging in the goals always makes you feel more important.
All right, so I'm gonna be a bit unfair to Trent, maybe, depending on how you guys see it. Fowler especially wasn't in a team as good as the one that Trent's in. Not taking anything away from Trent. Owen, you'd arguably say was in one of our better Liverpool teams. Fowler wasn't when he broke through.
But again, are we doing it's not fair on Trent because he's in a better team to take? Because what the thing is, bro, is that you have, because it can be looked at both ways, and the other way you can look at it is he's so good, he's playing with best players in their position, arguably in world football, and he's not left behind, and he actually rides along them. Like you got Van Dijk, Ali, Salah, Mane, Thiago. He's in the team with them, man, and he's on par with them, bro.
Owen and Fowler could have done that as well, though.
No, I'm not saying they couldn't. But what I'm saying is, I feel like that's maybe where you could, if you do the argument there in worse teams, you could do the argument. But Trent is keeping up with some of the best players in the world, and he's not looking out of place. In fact, sometimes he looks better than them. Do you get what I mean? So, like, bro, it's an uncomfortable conversation to have when Trent is only 23. But if Trent's trajectory stays the same or even rises up a little bit, I would probably say by the end of his career, there's an argument to be the best ever academy graduate. And I'm even talking about Stephen George.
I know.
Because what Trent has achieved in 5 years already is so good. If he does that for another 7 years, bro, that can we really have? He didn't carry them on the back and do all those Braveheart, real big moments. But if you're just talking about literal career and ability combined,
he's already got some of those moments, though. You think about the corner against Brighton, the corner against Barcelona, free kicks he scored. Like, he's had some moments where he's like, "Raw, Leicester game."
But it's going to take a lot to have Gerrard moments.
That's what I'm saying. It's Gerrard. Gerrard's the one that.
And really Michael Owen. I mean, even the brace in the FA Cup final, for example, like he's goated in it. Like those type of moments. I don't know if Trent will have those moments, but
it'll be easier for him to pass Owen and Fowler, though. because obviously because of their drop off as they got older because of injuries.
Mm.
But this is again why I worry for Trent, because we are playing him into the ground. So I do want to see his minutes managed as he gets older, because I don't want us to be sitting here in 4 years' time and being like, remember Trent at 23? Now man's just struggling with injury, struggling to get on the pitch because we run him into the ground. So
fullback is the most demanding position on the pitch, to be honest.
Especially in our team.
Yeah.
Especially in
we
our
are
team.
rinsing him. We are rinsing him.
Which is why we definitely have to be mindful of how he manages minutes. But you know what? Trent doing these sort of numbers. And again, shout out to Robbo as well. Robbo's numbers are slept on. Like the numbers.
Robbo cross the other day just reminded everyone just how good this guy is. I think when he went into a bit of bad form, people stopped real like it's like people were acting like Robbo can't whip one of the best crosses from the left side in the game. Yeah. Like Robbo's corners taking at one point was better than Trent's. Yeah. Like I know he went through a little bit of bad form, but like people forget. Like, and the wickedest thing, I love the fact that Robbo looked up and then looked back down and whipped it in, so there's no fluke. Do you get what I'm saying? Like he knew the target and he put it in there. Do you know what I mean? Like it's one of them ones, man.
So obviously we assume he'll break his own record. If I'm not mistaken, the record in the league is 20 assists.
Was that Ozil that had that, isn't it?
It was either Ozil, Fabregas, or Henry, or all three of them might have it.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that though.
No, that sounds about right still.
Does he break
Fabregas? Yeah.
Does he break 20 this season? Just over the halfway stage now. Does he break it?
He needs 8 to get 20, right?
No, he's on 10 at the moment. He's on 10 at the moment.
Oh, 10. Nah, I don't think we're playing well enough. I don't think we're playing well enough.
Do we have to play well enough, though?
Yeah, because when the system is working...
17 games left, Drift.
Yeah, but that would mean he'd need to get an assist
almost one every two.
The remaining game.
But let's not act like we ain't seen him get a hat-trick for assists in a game before and all that.
That is true. Oh, he's definitely capable of doing it. But for me, we're not playing well enough for me to see it. But he's definitely good enough to do it, obviously. Like
it's a really tough ask. But if anyone can, it will be him.
Yeah. But here's the problem, bro. We're becoming so reliant on him.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like even he's feeling the pressure a bit now. Because he'll like, I feel like when he gets the ball, he knows that's what's expected of him. And he like, sometimes he's crossing, even when he really shouldn't. But I know in the back of his mind, he's probably thinking, this is what I'm on the pitch for. So I've got to do what I'm on the pitch for. And sometimes it's not the best option. And I feel like maybe he's feeling the pressure a little bit.
You see, if we had a creative player in the middle of the pitch on a regular basis, I actually think it would make Trent actually get more assists because he would have a foil then.
Probably, yeah.
And if it's a creative player like a Silva used to, for example, just thread it through to someone like Sane so they just knock it across the box, Trent doing that all day long is a joke. We eat for fun if he does that. So time will tell. Time will tell. I'm going to read some of these super chats before we move on to the next topic. Jamrock says, Cal, content creators are also supposed to educate. We try to. Aspect Limited says, imagine how many more assists Trent Robbo would have got if we had a killer number 9. Also, have you seen the new kit leak? Finally, do you get Matty Cash as our second right back? I fully agree with the killer number 9. I haven't seen the kit leak, so I'll definitely check it out after. And for me, no, I wouldn't get Matty Cash as backup right back. I think he's good. I just think he's very erratic, which again could be coached out of him. For me, he's just not for me. I think we could get others who are better and better suited for our system as well. Sam Sanook says, Gerrard carried this club for 15 plus years on his back. He wears the heaviest of crowns along with King Kenny, period. Agreed, but remember, Trent's only 23. Trent's potentially got another 10 years in him. So we never know what Trent could do. It's a tough ask. It's the toughest ask. But if anyone can do it, it's going to be Trent. Troy M says, Trent, Virgil, Mo, Mane, Ali, Fab, Thiago, Robbo, Bobby, Hendo, Klopp. When we look back in 10 years' time and think of the greatness, we'll hurt with how much FSG wasted this era by not making 2 or 3 key signings. Fully agree.
I already do, bro. I don't even need to look back. I already feel like that, and I'm living it. There's a part of me that feels like that what we went through between like 2018 and 2021, that period that we went through was so good, and maybe we didn't quite realize it at the time, but it would probably be the highlight of my adult life as a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
And it's really sad to think that that is probably true. Like,
yeah. Sorry. Shout out to Lakers in the comments. You just sent me a message of the kit leak. Can you guys see that?
Just about. What, for next year?
Yeah.
Why are they already leaking kits already?
This is around the time, Driff. It's around the time.
I'm not gonna lie, that looks plain, bro.
It looks extremely basic. I'm not gonna lie. Less said about that, the better, though. Right. Ronaldinho Goat says, Cal, creative player, he said. Heard of Coutinho? Nah, bro, never heard of him. Is he good? Is he good? Might have to check him out on the YouTube and that. Never heard of him. Let's go on to the next topic. Now, in theory, this next part should be really short because I know Drift and myself are very much in agreement with this. However, we've got to just chop it up. Aston Villa really want to go for Gomez this month. However, they've been told quite clearly it's an absolute no. However, the summer is a different proposition. I'm not going to ask the question, would we sell him? Because for me and you, it's a no. It's a definite no. At 40 mil, do you think the club will, though?
Yeah. Well, but here's what really annoys me. Then tell me what the plan is. Because I get that you have to think about him personally. And if he's realizing that he might be 4th choice, then he's going to want to go. And again, I say, I'm not a recency biased person. I don't forget his abilities and stuff just because they drop out of form. Joe Gomez is England's best centre-back. Don't look at the fact he's out of form and he suffered another horrific injury yet to get over. We're just talking about ability, and when he does play, it is optimum. He's England's best centre-back. So he's going to want to go World Cup. He's going to want to, be a part of that. If he's in form, there's no English centre-back that's keeping him out other than the bias towards Maguire. So I know you've got to take into consideration his feelings on it. But as a club, though, I've got to ask you, what's the plan here? What are the rules to our transfer budget? Because he's young. Even though Matip is an absolute G and Van Dijk is an absolute G, they're both over 30. Gomez is 25. He's primed age and ready to come true. So I thought the plan was Gomez and Ibu take over once the others get a bit old. So if we get rid of Gomez, what's the plan here, bro? Like, what, we're going to go and buy some next inexperienced 20-year-old or something? Like, what's the plan?
Yeah, not just that. Again, you guys know my favorite, or not maybe favorite phrase. Homegrown. We're losing another homegrown player, which is not easy to get and replace. Jamrock, again, make a point here that I was going to make. He's only played 14 minutes in the Premier League all season. And again, that is due to the form of Matip, Virgil and Konate, but also down to his injuries as well. But 14 minutes, as I said at the weekend with Brentford, Milner didn't need to come on. That could have been Gomez who comes on. Show him that he's still involved, in my opinion. So I worry we may cash in on him, not because we want to as a club, but because he may be looking at the situation and be like, I need to do something here.
He's in the same situation Danny Ings was in, where it's obviously he doesn't want to go, but he does need to play every week, and he's a rhythm player, and he'll probably have to take that step down in order to remind everybody how good he is.
Messi FC says 4 words, Drift. Sepp Vandenberg.
Bloody hell.
I don't think the club would do that.
Yafu
says that leaked kit will suit Milner and Hendo. That's harsh. Your nose says, evening lads. Did you see the state of the team of the year? Many players getting in on name or who they play for, agenda against Salah. Look, let it continue. Let it continue. It really doesn't bother me. I get it bothers Salah because he knows he should be in that. But me as a Liverpool fan, it doesn't bother me because we know what it is. We know we've got him. We know he's the best. We don't have to prove it to anyone. He'll just keep on proving it on the pitch to the point where it becomes undeniable, and they'll look even more stupid that they've never given him recognition beforehand. So
you know what? It's anyway. I'm not going to get political. Who was put on the right side in this place?
It's probably Messi. Probably Messi. Who again?
He's had a brilliant year, isn't it?
Copa America drift.
Yeah, there you go.
Jamrock says Pershers or Botman is a look, to be honest. Not homegrown, though. We're lacking homegrown players. I'll be honest. I know Matt rates Botman. Something about him just doesn't convince me.
Oh, sorry, guys. I'm right.
Say something about Botman. Botman.
I'm rattled. I'm rattled. This was the front four for the team of the year.
They did a front four.
It was hard.
So what did they do? 4-2-4.
Forget formations, Cal. How the hell is Cristiano Ronaldo in any form of a team of the year at this stage of his career? Tell me what he did in the last 8 to 12 months. What makes him better than Mo?
Is
Sorry, they did a 3-3-4 formation.
No, but do you know what you guys are? All right, what about Messi? Because even a Messi for
Messi
Barca,
there, bro. Look, Haaland, CR7, Messi, and Lewandowski.
So what I was gonna say is Messi for Barca. Even though Barca was shocking, Messi done as an individual. He done
still good. Messi was still good.
But you see, I'm gonna be real. You see, this is the problem here. You see the brand of CR7. It's just getting a bit stupid now. Like we have to. If you're a footballing man, you've got to look at a calendar year and put your hand on your heart and say who was better out of Salah and Ronaldo. Surely you got to pick Salah. I'm talking Salah from even a lot of it was from last season because I'm guessing they're basing it off of last season, right? Is that last season?
Yeah. So guys, I don't care how many goals Ronaldo.
And that don't make no sense. Bro.
I couldn't give a damn how many goals he scored. He has not done anything to get into a team of the year. That's joke.
Crazy, man.
That is a joke.
Boy. Messi FC says Tyrone Mings. Absolutely not. If we got Tyrone Mings to replace Gomez, I'm going off. That'd be shocking.
Tyrone Mings to replace Gomez.
Definitely not. Jamrock says replace Adrian with a homegrown keeper, and Aaron's is another. Yeah, but we'll be losing Nico. We'll replace Aaron's with Nico, so we'll still be. And I don't see us getting a homegrown goalkeeper. The only way we get a homegrown keeper if we let Kelleher go, and he again is homegrown as well.
That's true. Yeah.
Tahir says, how long since we won the Champions League, Premier League? How long are we going to wait for more trophies? Countdown begins again. 4th, 3rd, 2nd is no trophy. Agree to hear. Fully agree with that.
And we're going to have to wait for long, bro, unfortunately.
And I'll be real. You see the person that was, I don't know who said it, talking about Tyrone Mings. I'm taking Konsa, fam. He's way better than
yeah, 100%.
If we could
but I'm thinking he was talking about the English thing, Matt.
Okay. Is English? I'm gonna be real.
It's Konza English.
I didn't even realize it was English, fam.
Yeah, Konza's English. Come from
I didn't even know that. Fair play.
Liam Kenny says, big up, Matt. You seen the Nkuku links? Matt is behind the Nkuku links still.
I ain't believing no links until they're in the scar.
Until it happens, for real. But I'm just glad that
he's getting the recognition.
He's getting the recognition he deserves. Bro, this guy here, I've been calling it for time. He's special, bro. And I said he's a Klopp type of player because he's so versatile, isn't it? Like, he can play the front three, he can play the 10, he can play the 8. Yeah, he's a special player. Let's see what happens, though. I think a lot has to happen if we was to ever get him, personally.
Might be a good omen having a guy in the squad with like Platt/Dreads or whatever, because last time it's good to win and go in the Champions League final.
Half body, isn't it?
Maybe the story is we're bringing in Cuckoo, and then in 2022, 23 Champions League, and Cuckoo just comes through and busts it up, innit?
Oh, hey, Cuckoo's my guy, bro. Trust me.
Troy M says, each of you name a transfer window you thought would be fire, but turned out to be trash. Then name a transfer you thought would be trash that turned out to be fire. No Liverpool transfers. Oh, no Liverpool transfers.
Oh no, Liverpool. So a transfer you thought would be fire, but
the one that Chelsea done.
Yeah, I thought Werner would be.
I thought Werner. Yeah, I'm gonna be real.
Actually, let's be real. None of them have really done that well.
Let's add another one to the list. I'm gonna be honest. I thought Lukaku would do better than what he's doing now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought he'd do better.
No, but bro, let's be real. Even though as a team they've done extremely well and they are good, if you break down the actual individual and think about the hype, Ziyech has not lived up to expectations. Pulisic has not lived up to expectations.
Yep.
Werner has disappointed. Not even just hasn't lived up. He's disappointed.
Yep.
Who else did they buy? Chilwell. He has done well.
Chilwell's done well. But you're right, though. A lot of them.
Havertz, bro. Apart from scoring the goal in the final, he's actually done nothing in the Chelsea.
I'm gonna be real. When it comes to Kai Havertz, I think there's a talent there. I just don't know.
He's in the wrong system.
Yeah, like, do you know what's so mad? Yeah, Lukaku, even though he battered at Chelsea and spoke about, in depth about how he wanted things to go at the club, yeah, I kind of agree with him in a sense of if Tuchel was to do the 3-5-2, I think you can play Havertz and Lukaku together, or Werner and Lukaku together, because he's sticking with his 3-4-3. You see the game against Man City. Did you see how isolated Lukaku was? So even though he didn't play well, and no, hear me out. Lukaku was shocking. He was shocking.
Bro, but he couldn't even hold a wine at Granaries, bro.
No, I know, bro. I know. But what I was gonna say though is, let's say he got the one. Let's say he got the one wine at Granaries at 5:36 in the morning. Yeah, he got the one wine at 5:36. So everyone's got the sleep in, and everyone wants to go home, and all they're thinking about is chicken wings. Hurt me, yeah, bruv. There was one moment he held up the ball and he gave the ball to Ziyech. You know what Ziyech tried to do? Ziyech tried to run. Do you know what Kyle Walker said? Hold my beer, fam.
That was hard to watch.
Bro,
still.
I'm not gonna lie.
That was hilarious because Ziyech actually looked at who it was and just stopped and let him get the ball.
It's like when Man MC Debo on Friday, it was peak, bro. He just stopped. Like, it was mad.
No, but I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I didn't think that Lukaku was great, but I was thinking he'd bully up the small teams and he'd probably get top goal scorer. Yeah, and those little things
I thought in and around
in the league. Yeah, but in general, I've always said this. Why did everybody think when Lukaku went Italy, he just all of a sudden became a new man? Like, it baffled me why people got so caught up in the hype, and it shows what people are like if you play in another league where people get extra excited about you because you're not playing where they can see you every week. Lukaku is always going to be Lukaku. He don't have enough about him to truly be a great, even though he is good at shooting. Like, all his other play, it's not good enough. The hold-up play for a big man is not good enough. His touch is not good enough. And his passing is not good enough. Yeah, did you see that ball that he played when Ziyech was offside? But he should have either pulled the trigger or slipped Alonso in. Like, it was like, bro, why would you go for the hardest option?
Do you know what it is about Lukaku as well, Drew?
Like, in-game, I don't know. Lukaku's just not it, man.
He had one great opportunity to score. I don't know if you remember, got played through. Remember, he got the ball played through. Edison saved it because Edison kind of read him. But I'm going to be real. Even if all of the rest of your game has been bad, but you're known for being a goal scorer, if he scores that, maybe it gives them hope. You got to score that. You have to, Cal. You got to score. You got to score things that day. You have to, bro. So
I'll bury that. No excuses for that. None whatsoever.
Facts. No, facts, bro. Facts.
But yeah, a transfer that I thought would be trash but turned out to be really good. I'd say Ramsdale. So far, Ramsdale.
Oh, that's a very good shot. Aaron Ramsdale. I'm trying to think of something else that I thought would fail. Actually, Damari Gray.
You thought it'd fail?
Not fail, but I just thought he'll just be Damari Gray. He'll just get one. He'll probably get 2 goals and 2 assists in the same game. like that. I'm gonna be honest. He always had the talent, but I thought mentality-wise was even stopping from kind of doing what he's doing at Everton. And I know Everton, the Benitez team, that's another whole different story. But he's been the shining light for them this season. Like all jokes aside, he has been. Damari Gray for me has been one of the signings, undercover signings, kind of like the summer that's come to the forefront, so to speak. I'm gonna be real. I did not see Damari Gray playing as well as how he's playing now, or what he was doing, because obviously Everton a bit in the mud. But yeah.
Ooh, you lot have
Just quickly, have I missed the best part of the show as well? I don't want to give away.
No, I was waiting for you, bro. Come on.
Cool.
Actually, no, you have missed the best part of the show because Cal was breaking down FSG in a spreadsheet, which was entertaining.
Damn. All right, cool.
You've not missed that bit of the show, though. No, Matt, you haven't.
Okay.
Messi FC says Grizz talking about Emmanuel Dennis like Mane. I'd have to watch the video.
Yeah, like you gotta back it up. Big up Grizz as well. Big up, bro.
Limited says FIFA underappreciate and disrespect Salah with the world team and FSG out here doing the exact same with his contract. Give the guy what he deserves. Yeah, you missed the spreadsheet. I think there's method to the madness. I just don't agree.
I need to look at that spreadsheet when the show done. In fact, furthermore, when the show done, send me the spreadsheet. I'll look over it, and cross the I's and the T's, and send it to FSG directly. Big up Jamrock. I'm hollering you, fam, to send it there.
Sultan says Defo Sancho, man is earning 350 for what more than Mo? Yeah, Sancho is not been good at all, man.
But when are we gonna have a conversation about Jaden?
We don't need to. No, we don't need to. Jaden, all I'm gonna say is this. Even though he plays for Man United, yeah.
I heard man saying that they would swap Salah.
Hear me out. No, I'm not. What? What you say?
No, I'm not saying you two, but I heard Liverpool fans saying that they would swap Salah for Sancho.
They wouldn't. They would just say. I think they were getting gassed, saying, "Oh, if Salah was ever going to leave, then they wouldn't mind a Jadon Sancho." I think. But I'm gonna be real though.
I'd barely want Sancho with Salah's understudy. Never mind.
I'm gonna be real. He's at the wrong place, wrong time.
Massive,
wrong place, wrong time.
I told y'all when he was in Bundesliga, it looked like a bit overhyped.
Wrong.
Everybody looked at me sideways.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Don't get me wrong. Man United are definitely adding.
Jaden, I got you. Even though you're a Man United fan,
they're definitely adding to him not looking good. But I'll be real with you boys. Enough times people look at me and I'm like, he don't look as good. I said it about Werner. I said about Sancho. I said about Varane. I said, but these boys are overhyped. You know, they're not as good as people are saying they are. And they've all come prem.
But
and I'm right so far.
Hear you, but you've been wrong on a few occasions. You said Sancho was better than Varane. No. You said Adama Traore is more technically gifted than Salah.
No.
Drift. You got to take the rough for the smooth.
Now, last season.
Drift, take the rough for the
smooth. I don't know.
Drift,
bro.
I'm giving you the rough for the smooth. I'm giving you those. You got to take the rough for the smooth. You have to. Come on. We have to call it fair.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I'll give you those ones. You said Lovren. But you said.
No, but here's the wickedest thing. Even though Rudiger. No, hold on. Rudiger is playing exceptionally. Rudiger is playing exceptionally well, but I still believe it's because he's being protected by a system that's allowing him to look better. And I'm still gonna say that was how good David Luiz looked under Conte, and we all know he wasn't really that good. So all I'm saying is just hold off on the Rudiger thing just for a little while longer. But at the moment, he's playing exceptionally well. I'm not denying.
Let me ask.
Let's not dive into it.
All I'm going to say is this, though. Rudiger's at a point in his career where even if you call it the back three tax, he's been linked with like Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, like obviously top teams in Europe.
We've seen that hype before, man.
No. But what I was going to say, because of his form, whatever you're going to say form, we ain't seen that with Lovren, bro. And there's a reason why. As good as Lovren was, Lovren was never linked to them type of clubs, but we have to keep it real. We have to. And there's a reason why, because he's not as good as him. You know what I mean?
Ethel Wars, I just want to parade. Fans deserve it. Facts. Ronaldinho Goat says, would you turn on Salah if he goes to Chelsea?
Yes.
Would I turn on him?
I never forgave Torres. Why would I forgive Salah? Why would I forget?
Shall I tell you why it's slightly different with this? Is because Salah's come out and said he wants to stay. So if the club aren't doing what they can to make him, it's not like he's come out and said, I want to leave.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, but bro, if he went to Chelsea, I would know it was strictly over money because it didn't go well and he didn't like his time there before. So why would you go back?
Well, what happens if he?
I would turn. I just wouldn't have the hate.
I wouldn't turn. Yeah, I just wouldn't.
Yeah, you wait till he comes Anfield with Chelsea and bangs a brace to see how you feel.
No, maybe you're right. Like, a lot of emotion has a lot to do with it. If someone, that's a good point.
I don't want to speak outside like that.
Yeah, let's not get into that.
Bumble. All right, guys. Couple of names, transfers we've been linked with today, or the last couple of days. I'm not going to go over Rafinha, Bowen. We've done that already. Everyone knows our thoughts on those two. Two new players, though. Araujo from Barcelona. Hopefully, I'm not pronounced that incorrectly.
Yeah, I know you're talking about Araujo.
Not saying I know much about him.
I don't even know how you pronounce it, but yeah.
Yeah. Not saying I know much about him. Not even watched him often. But from what I've seen, I've
seen bits of him. He's
decent. He's decent, but just not for me.
You know, man played with the he had the screws in his hand and played the El Clasico the other day. Obviously, I know it wasn't in the league, in the cup. He had the screws in his hand, fam. He's a warrior. He's. Do you know what? Actually, I will say this though. He is good. I think he's good. He's playing in a bad team, obviously, because Barcelona obviously not doing very well. Do you know what scares me? I can see an FSG doing what you guys was saying before when I caught the bit about Joe Gomez. I can see, I don't even want to put it in the universe, but you see, if it's ever to let go of Joe Gomez, he's someone that I can see FSG going for, you know? And that to me wouldn't make any sense because even though I think he's good, Joe Gomez is better. Joe Gomez got more experience. So, but yeah, he's definitely someone who I think is on our radar, maybe in the future. I think he's got talent. I don't know just how far he's gonna go. So, but he's decent though. He's good.
Second name, and the name that I really want to get your input on. Big up KG as well if he's watching. Calvin Phillips. Now the report said we're looking in for around 33 million. That is never going to happen. No. We'd have to double that minimum,
unless they got relegated, bro. Like,
and even then,
yeah.
Would you guys take Calvin Phillips in our midfield?
No, I would want a higher caliber player than that.
Excuse me, he's good. Calvin Phillips is good.
I rate him, you know.
I'm gonna be honest.
Good,
if he plays DM, would you complain? Like, okay, you saw we're going away to Man City.
What backup?
Well, here's what I was gonna say because us fans need to get away from the whole first 11 thing.
Yeah. It's got to be a rotation.
Carl, if I said to you, Calvin Phillips, Thiago, and another midfielder, I'm trying to think of one, but I'm trying to think of who would still be there. All right, let me say Curtis Jones, for example. Curtis Jones, Thiago, Calvin Phillips going to the Etihad. Would you be upset, scared, or would you be like, no, we can get something here? Because that's how I like to see it. Like, it's a big game against a rival.
I've seen Phillips play well against City at the Etihad. And we have to understand he's not around players as good as he would be at Liverpool. Yeah, and he does the holding role pretty much
very well.
Himself. And he does it by himself at Leeds.
Yeah.
Because they play a 4-1-4-1. I'll explain it like this from my stance. I really like Calvin Phillips. I rate him. I just think we can get better players for the money that we'd have to spend on him. And I know a couple of people are saying Ward-Prowse. Shall I tell you why I wouldn't go for Ward-Prowse?
I wouldn't go Ward-Prowse. No.
Even though for me, it is without doubt he's the best set-piece taker in the league. I think that's what everyone's just thinking. Set-piece. He's not going to be playing regularly enough, in my opinion, for that to be taking precedent for what else happens on the pitch. And can he do the rest of this stuff? Because there's no point just having him around for set pieces when the rest of his game might not be up to par with what we need it to be. Because it's not like we can just bring him off the bench when we get a set piece And if we don't get a set piece, is he going to contribute like another midfielder would? So if I'm choosing between Ward-Prowse and Phillips, I'm actually choosing Phillips.
Same.
And anyone who says Ward-Prowse would be cheaper, Ward-Prowse, if I'm not mistaken, has got longer in his contract. I don't think he would be. Plus, he's Southampton's captain as well.
As much as I rate Ward-Prowse, I think Ward-Prowse is a good set piece taker. I think he's a good pass of the ball, but for our system, I think we can get better. Like, I'm gonna be real. I'd rather a Gravenberch or a Basuma over a Ward-Prowse. I know they're different, but I would just rather those players over him. And for people in the comments that are saying even Ramsey from Aston Villa, remember we were speaking about that car off air.
Sick player, but we ain't getting him.
We ain't getting him, but it's different players. Like, bro, even someone else mentioned him in the chat actually.
Tuchemi?
No, McGinn.
He's not homegrown.
No. But would you take McGinn over Ward-Prowse?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Would you take McGinn over Calvin Phillips? Not homegrown team, but would you take McGinn over Calvin Phillips?
This is where it's difficult because Calvin Phillips helps us in terms of we have no natural replacement for Villa if he's not available.
Yeah.
McGinn is good though. I've been saying this. McGinn is good.
I'm not gonna lie. You see McGinn.
I've been saying it for a while. McGinn is very good.
You know what's gonna sound so mad about McGinn? People are gonna take this out of context. Yeah, you see McGinn. Yeah,
he doesn't look pretty on the ball.
He don't look pretty in the eye, but he's good. And you know, not only that, bro, he always looks like he's smiling.
Hard.
He's got this weird face that he's always smiling, like McGinn. But he's good though. McGinn's good. He's good.
Sorry to plug our members video. If you watch our members video, you'll see why I have an obsession with homegrown. But also, it's because it's necessary. We have to have homegrown players in the squad.
We have to. Yeah.
There's a reason City went for Grealish at 100 mil as opposed to 10, 15 other technical players they could have got. There's a reason they went for Harry Kane as opposed to other strikers as well. Like, the homegrown thing is no joke. McGinn is good.
McGinn's starting to win me over because even though he can look, he's a weird one. So he might not look the greatest on the eye, but do you know how effective he is? And bro, he's got a bit of technique, athleticism. Like, he's got a bit of everything. He's like a jack of all trades. Like, McGinn is actually good. I'll give him credit. And not only that, I think Gerrard, again, well, we already know what Gerrard does when he gets hold of players. Coutinho, but he likes to unlock players. And I think that's what he's doing now.
Man got 20 minutes of the weekend. And he's unlocking. Now I'm saying he's unlocked him, but after 20 minutes of the weekend.
You know what?
Let's just.
What's this? Hold on. People.
Well, I knew it was coming.
Whose team is that? Hold on. Drift, is he captain? Hold on.
If it wasn't for him, I'd be in the mud with single figures.
Hold on, Cal, did you captain Coutinho?
I did still in the end. Do you know what? All jokes
was finished.
No, all jokes aside, it actually captained him for me. That's me.
Okay. So you automatically selected him as well, right? You put him in there.
I selected him.
So you don't have your own back.
You know what? While we're here, let's do the Coutinho thing. What do you guys want to say? Let me.
I'm not gonna lie.
The
fact that he's your captain on fantasy, you're in the mud, Carl.
You better do a Mayweather. You better do that shoulder roll for the rest of the video.
You know what that would be like? That would be like after the summer that we went through when I was talking about this, that. You man caught me like wearing a Sancho English shirt or something. You'd be like,
yeah. No, just got a point.
Come on, lay it on Fit Boys. What you got for me?
All right, this is what I want to understand. I need to look at this again. Sorry, Cal, I know it's blocking you. That's not on purpose, by the way. It's essentially. We need to have a conversation.
It's very convenient for the conversation.
You said Coutinho is like, he's done. I remember you used these words like, Matt, he's done. He ain't the same. But for some reason, you must have.
Same. I don't think I've ever used the term he's done.
No. Sorry, you said it. I think, what did he say, Jim? Did he say he's washed? You said it was washed.
I might.
Now, Cal, if a footballer is washed, even if you think he's washed, why would you put him in your team if you think he's washed? All jokes aside, why would you put him in there?
Because I knew he'd get minutes and I knew he's got a high chance of getting goals and assists, and I want to try and get higher up in the table of the FPL. Like, it's a business at the end of the day, isn't it?
I'm so glad you said that. You want to know why?
No, FPL is a business. Liverpool ain't a business.
No, see, this is where you're doing the sentimental thing.
Mr.
You're doing it now.
Bottle, where are you? Jamrock, where are you? Get this gap.
This is all I'm gonna say. You're not wrong you're not wrong for not wanting Coutinho at Liverpool in terms of how you feel. You're not wrong. Gang, where are you? You're not wrong. You're not wrong for not wanting him in your team, bro.
With flipping Delia, you know. I said, where are you?
Nah, all right, look. I've said it blue in the face, Matt. Coutinho couldn't come back. You can't set that precedent. In the same way.
What, you mean the Christian forgiving way? Why not?
No, don't try.
Do people make mistakes though? Oh, no, this is me being genuinely serious.
Alisson was just getting baptized. He'll become a new man, and we're all good.
I'm gonna be so honest now, bro. I'm gonna be so honest. I think Coutinho made a massive mistake, and yes, of course it hurts. Like me and Drifty done some. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think me and Drift done 2 videos in that day. And the second video we didn't even plan. I think we just looked at each other like, we gotta do another one. I'm pissed off, you know. And I remember me and Drift were like, no, we gotta do another video. That's how hurt we were that he bamboozled, man. Yeah. All right, cool. Check this now. He done us wrong, okay, and we have a right to be upset and annoyed about how we left Liverpool, because that's not how you do it, Cal. I can be honest, that's not how you do it. The way how Sterling did it, you don't do it. The way how Suarez did it, you don't do it. The way how Coutinho did it, you don't do it. Obviously, all you can put who you think is worse or whatever, but I just think that in football and in life, you learn lessons. He didn't do something so bad that he should never be forgotten, whereas some other people might have. And even though I know your feelings towards him because of how you saw him as a player and how you might have saw he was that guy.
My team.
I hear you. Let me land.
Our team.
I hear you. But from a footballing point of view, when I say this, yeah, the way how we move at the moment, it seems like we're very shrewd when it comes to money, full stop. His move would have been a low move, and as Drift pointed out, it would have been 70% of his wages, or 60%, however much it was. Yeah, just from a business perspective, Cal. Yeah, do you not think that he could have helped us in some capacity? And you look at our bench, and we all cry out here and say we got no creativity in midfield, and we're lacking up top, and we got no set piece taker unless Trent's on the pitch. Do you not think he could have helped us though, from a footballing point of view? That's how I look at it, not from like a sentimental or.
I hear what you're saying, but once you disrespect, the precedent's been set, Matt. It has, in the same way.
There's no going back. Obviously it's never gonna happen now. But
for me, it just sets a precedent of, if someone else can do it, then I can potentially do it. In the same way, that's why we had to do what we had to do with Sacco. Let's be honest, when we had Sacco, we weren't stocked in defense. He was our second best defender at the time.
No, but Sacco was, I love Sacco. Sacco was moving mad, was doing things on the tour, fam.
All right, you're right. He was moving mad. He was moving mad. But we had to set that precedent that said, Rob, you're our second best centre-back, arguably, but you can't be doing this. Because we've got to keep a precedent.
I know what you're saying.
Wait. Let me land. I know what you're gonna say, but Coutinho is different because of the talent. I get it. Okay, cool.
I was gonna say Saka was disruptive and unprofessional. So even though Coutinho did something that was unprofessional in a moment, he's not unprofessional in his actual training methods and his effort and his career. But what Klopp said the problem was
that Saka was being
unprofessional, as in he weren't training, he was turning up late. He said he was being disruptive to the group.
Coutinho wasn't unprofessional.
No, he was unprofessional in a moment. But if you train unprofessional in general, then that's detrimental to. Because remember, at the time, Klopp was trying to change the culture. He was trying to get people to be serious, to be winners, to not go into that mediocre space of we just glide through life kind of thing.
50 is still unprofessional, bro.
No, it's unprofessional, but it's a different type of unprofessionalism. I would rather a guy who was really good at his job hold on. I would rather a guy, if I was the owner of a business, I would rather a guy who's really good at his job, but he embarrassed me one day by having a fight with a customer. Yeah. And it's like, whoa, that's really bad, bro. Like, I should really sack you for this. Or maybe I even have to, whatever, because it's bad. But I would prefer that situation to deal with rather than a guy who every day is giving me problems. Like every day, Cal, like every single day I'm having to test him. What are you doing? Stop doing that. What's this? And I'm constantly having to tell him this guy every day, raw. You know what I mean? Like,
it wasn't once with Coutinho. It wasn't once.
No, but it was one situation, though. It was one situation.
He said he couldn't play for Liverpool because he was injured, and then went played for Brazil.
No, we know that. But do you know the thing with Saka, though? And I say,
hold on, sorry, hold on. Deep that for a sec, because I see Drifty rubbing his eyes still. He said, I can't turn up for work because I'm not feeling well, but I can go to a rave.
No, I hear you. But I'll ask you this, though. Why would you take, and even though he got proved right in the end,
Oh, sorry. What's going on, Drift? What?
No, Carl, focus on me. Your fight is with me. Drift is just here. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm going to say, though. You see the Sacco thing, yeah? If I remember correctly, Sacco took fat burners, bro. I'm going to be real. Even though he got proved right, because remember, it wasn't even on the ban list. Remember that, yeah?
Yeah.
Bro, how are you going to take fat burners and not tell your coach, fam? Seriously.
No, but this is my point.
And not only that, they're doing a live thing for pre-season and you decide to be late. Apparently, he was late for treatment and he nearly missed his flight and doing the most. So, Sacco was being unprofessional. Coutinho has been unprofessional. You're right. They're both just as bad as each other. But hear what I'm going to say to you now. Coutinho has done more for Liverpool than what Sacco's done. When Coutinho was available, we should have looked at it from a business point of view. Because remember now, we're all accountants now. If FSG want us to follow that model, we should all be accountants. Check the numbers. Okay, you might pay 60% of his wage, but I guarantee you, his goals and assists are probably going to give the club more value. And not only that,
this is what I'm sorry to cut you, man. This is what I'm saying. It's not a guarantee because you look at his fitness record and how he's performed over the last couple of years. It's not a guarantee,
bro. He had a bad knee injury that had required surgery.
It's not just a bad knee injury. He's had hamstring issues and all that as well.
The knee injury was the worst, though. The knee injury, because I think
he was the worst. And again, I'm not even talking. You have to look at his overall period since he's left Liverpool. It was Barcelona and Bayern Munich who both wanted rid because he wasn't good at those places. I'm not saying Coutinho is a rubbish footballer, and is he better than what we've got at the club? Yes, some of the players.
But that's my whole point, though. It's not even.
All right,
Carl. Let me ask you this. Are you being sentimental when you judge Mane? Are you being sentimental when you judge Mane or Firmino?
All right. So let me ask you guys a question. Would you guys take Bernardo Silva at the club?
No.
Bernardo.
He's better than most of our players.
Bernardo Silva has done things that are worse than Coutinho, which I won't go into. He
has. But do you see my point, though? So just because he's better doesn't mean he automatically gets the
because what you've done.
I'm not gonna lie. If he hadn't done the Mendy stuff, I could probably look past.
Yeah, bro.
But bro, he's a rat, bro.
This I was gonna say. What he's done, Cal, is like, you know when you're like, there's a scale, bro. What he's done is like his scale is mad, bro. His scale is mad. And that's the reason why I say this. Remember, let's just keep it real. What Coutinho's done is what a lot of footballers that have done over the years, where they refuse to play and we don't like it. We get annoyed, and rightly so, by the way. We should be annoyed because how you can refuse to play for Liverpool?
He left when he needed him the most. We actually needed him the most.
Bro, Drift made a valid point the other day. You see Mascherano,
How the same energy for him?
No, but a lot of people, if you ask them, how do you feel about Mascherano? It's like they forget, bro. And I'm not saying you haven't, but a lot of people. Do you know what Mascherano done when he won? I'm trying to remember what if it was the league or the cup. He was like, you know, Mascherano actually went on mic in an interview, which I actually saw the other day. Funny enough,
Champions League, and said he's sorry for the way
he was like, I'm sorry, bro. How do you not know that Coutinho would just sit there and say, listen, I made a mistake when I left Liverpool. Like, bro, we can't just condemn man for making mistakes and being like, well, you made your mistake, yeah? So just you stay over there. You could just live with it. Like, bro,
and as we said before, Van Dijk did the same thing and ain't no one got a problem with it.
He didn't do it to us.
Coming to us.
He didn't do it to us.
Yeah, but bro, come on, man. That's like saying
we was okay accepting the character though.
No, but he didn't do it. Look, I'm gonna be real with you, and I'm gonna sound like the worst person going in the football terms. What you do to another club doesn't concern me because my care is Liverpool Football Club. I'm being real with you. It doesn't concern me what you do to another club.
If you've done that.
So would you take Bernardo Silva then? Jeff, I got this. Would you take? Why?
Come on, don't be silly. Because he's an R word, bruv. And he's disrespected Liverpool on several occasions.
No, but your whole point. No. But your whole point is though, he's a scumbag, yeah. And what he done, it didn't involve Liverpool.
To us directly. That's why I used him as an example.
No. But I think your biggest quarrel of him, and I could be wrong. Your biggest quarrel and my biggest quarrel is what he done with the Mendy team, which we won't go into because it's long to that's the reason why I can't stand him, Cal.
No, but that's
what he done at Man City.
I disliked him before that because of the whole not clapping when we were doing the Guard of Honor. The things he says online about Liverpool and all that.
I hear you, but what's the thing you hate him most? I can speak for.
Let me give you an analogy that makes it easy. Yeah, if I give you two, first one I'll say is if when we was gonna bring you in and we were gonna do the rebrand, yeah, if the person who knew you better than me, who I was friends with, turned around and said, "Right, you know what? A couple times I've done stuff with Cal and he's just been so shady, but he stole from me." It doesn't matter that you didn't do it to me. I'm hearing what your character's like, bro, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to work with him then because clearly he'll probably do this to me. So when you're saying like if someone does something to someone else, I get what you mean that he didn't burn us, so don't have the same level of hatred. But we're talking about recruitment. You've got to think he might do that to us if that's in his character because he's done it to somebody else.
That is very fair, Drift.
Would you wife off a chick who cheated on her man for you? Yeah, and you weren't taking her serious at the time.
This is what I was gonna say.
Then afterwards, she'd be like, "Oh yeah, I want to be with you permanently." You'd be like, "But I know what you're like because you cheated on your man to get with me. So why wouldn't you turn around and do that to me?"
That is spot on, Drift. That is spot on. I hear everything you're saying with that, but the fact remains, Coutinho disrespected me and my club. Yeah, so I'm gonna hold more frustration to him than if Coutinho disrespected another club.
I hear you.
Yeah, in the same way, if someone stole money from me or from one of you two or from Kopish, that disrespect is going to affect me more than, say, for example, no disrespect, they stole money from another channel. Because I'd be like, right, they did them lot dirty. But if they do that to us, it's a different level of disrespect because you're doing it directly to me. So I've got to hold down.
Majority is though, and again, with the Coutinho thing. It's a case of I understand he disrespected man fully. All I'm saying is though, I think sometimes we can be too sentimental the other way. So like we'll hold on to things we'll do the whole grudgy thing when we shouldn't really. We should be like, okay, he's made that mistake. It's not like it was yesterday. Maybe I don't know, 4 or 5 years, he's understood what he's done, the damage that it's caused, and he's like, I want to right the wrongs. Because it's almost like saying, if you make a mistake, we can never forgive you as a club, Liverpool. Like, if you've burned us once, we can never trust you again. And some people live and die by those morals, yeah? But let me tell you something as well, yeah? And I don't like using real life as an example, because I saw something in the comments saying, Matt and Jiff, would you act like your girl cheated on you and you take her back? Like, listen, I can only speak, and again, you know when you just think real life is very different, but don't get twisted. What you just said there, that person who asked that, I can't remember who it is, you're acting like there's some people that haven't done that, and I wouldn't even begrudge that person or cuss them or anything because it's about circumstantial. It's about how you feel about that situation. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So if someone does something to you and you feel like you can forgive them, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you feel like you can't forgive them, there's nothing wrong with that either. That's why I feel like there's no wrong answer. Yeah, there's what's that?
Let me live. Stop rushing me then and let me live.
No. But I said there's no wrong answer. But all I wanted to say before we end the Coutinho thing is
nah, look, again, I hear where you guys are coming from. Would he have improved our squad? Yes. Would he have made an impact? I imagine maybe so.
Yeah.
But Klopp's got to set a precedent within the squad. He's got to look at man that have been in the Premier. And again, you shall tell you what it is. It's little things in football and little things in life. If Coutinho had said, guys, you're not selling me now, please just guarantee me you're going to sell me in the summer, I'd be all right with it. But you see, when you say to Coutinho in the summer, we're not selling you, but we'll sell you next summer. And he says in January, well, no, I'm not turning up. I'm not turning up. I'm going now. When we're in the middle of a top 4 run, we're in the middle of a Champions League run, and you say you turn your back to your friends. You turn your back on your friends. Let's not get it twisted. You turn your back on your friends, not for the first time, but the second time in the space of 6 months. And then you want to come back because it's not worked out for you. Let's not make no mistakes about it. If this had worked out for Coutinho, we're not having this conversation right now because Coutinho ain't wanting to come back. You're wanting to come back because it hasn't worked out for you. You're using us, in my opinion. You can't use us for a second time. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. That's where I stand on it. But at the same time, from a footballing standpoint, I actually would be happy seeing Coutinho ball out.
From a fantasy Premier League standpoint.
From an FPL standpoint, I'd be over the moon with it.
Do you see how mad it is though? When you've got no emotion tied to it, it's kind of mad. And I think you put it best. I think when there's no emotion tied to it, you look at it differently. When you're emotional by it and you feel like someone's done you dirty, you fully understand that frustration and how I can understand why you feel like that. It's just that me and Drifty were just thinking about it from a non-emotional point of view. Like, we're literally kind of doing, I hate to say it, what FSG kind of do to us, so to speak. We shouldn't be emotional about these things. Because I'm going to be real, Cal. I don't know whether you touched upon it earlier. Obviously, I wasn't there yet, but the Salah thing, like, that's an emotional thing for me.
That's getting sorted, man. That's getting sorted. I'm already
that's our best player. Your best player, and you're dangling the carrot. But like, I don't see how man's supposed to grab it, bro, because you're putting away the carrot when man's saying, "No, let me eat."
Matt, the contract's fine, bro. We've sorted that. I'm just gonna send the things off to Julian Ward and them, man. It's all sorted, bro. Contract's gonna get done.
Look, just to finish up this Coutinho thing, because obviously we don't want to talk about it too much. There's levels to what you do for whether you should be forgiven, in my opinion, or in my books.
That's another thing. You was tapping the Villa badge as well.
Like, what's he supposed to do, bro?
Been there for 2 minutes. Were you saying you've fallen in love with Villa already? Yeah?
Bro. No, bro. No. If you tap the badge, you're saying, man, guys, I'm here for you.
I'm here. I believe in you. Come on, man.
Anyway,
clearly you believed in Villa because you put him in your team, fam, as captain.
You can bring that up
again.
As much as you want, bro.
Yeah, but again, it was by accident. You put him as captain by accident. It was default.
No. Brothers, God strike me down if I'm lying. As God be my witness, it was a default that he became my captain.
No, I believe you, but the thing is, you had to move.
I searched for him. And
so you thought. Here's the thing, yeah. You actually went. You sat down one evening or whatever morning, and you went, I need some points. Who's gonna do something? Yeah. I'm gonna go to Phil because you know why?
Yeah,
he still got it. He's a baller, and Liverpool should have got him, but no one's gonna notice.
And shall I tell you something as well, Matt? You see on Football Manager, I'd probably sign Bernardo Silva as well, bro.
No, I don't think you would.
I would.
Would you?
On Football Manager, yes.
I'm gonna be real. Why? I'm keeping it real. I'm gonna be real. What he done, I ain't selling him. And if I do buy him, I'm gonna release him on mutual termination.
Yeah, bro. But there's like I said, there's rules to what you do, yeah.
Yeah, there's levels
for whether I think it's forgiven. And the two main things for me is definitely who you go to when you leave and why you left. If you go to a rival club that I've got to watch you every week, you're never being forgiven. And what's your reasoning? And I put myself in a position, and I said it to you guys, and you both smiled because I know you both agree with me, even if you don't want to say it out loud. If I had played in Italy or France or Holland or any of them countries, and Liverpool was like, yo, we want you. They're not looking to shot you. You're going to have to make it a bit difficult for them to keep you to get this one done. I'm going to be real, boys. I know it's unethical. I'm going Liverpool. I am not sitting back at the end of my career and saying, I'm really happy I was loyal to Ajax and whatnot. Like that was because on a grand scheme of things, that makes you a great person. But I'm going to be real with you. I'm not missing an opportunity to play for my team. But
I'm going to ask you the question now, based on your analogy. Would you expect that club to take you back if you flop? No. My point.
No. Hold on. If I sat them down and I said to them, guys, I know this is making me look bad, but I would apologize to the fan base. before I left, I actually let all you lot know my reasons, and I hope you can forgive me.
But why would all right, no, Drift, no. Drift, sorry, Cal, why would the club not take you back? Why would you not expect them? Because they're hurt, right? They're burnt, yeah?
Because you showed you can't be trusted.
No, because they're burnt by your previous actions, which means
you can't be trusted.
No, yes, but you're also acting sentimental because you're going off something that's happened and you're thinking it's going to happen again. You're thinking, you have to
go off what happened.
Bro, you're holding that resentment. You're holding resentment. All I'm saying is, if a man can't change in 5 years, and maybe Coutinho hasn't changed, maybe he's using us, bro. You could be right. Maybe the agent's saying, "All right, go back to Liverpool, fam. Remember they treated you like kings, bro.
All right,
go back, get your paycheck."
Matt, real quick, yeah. You've got kids. Let's say, for example, you say, "Cal, can you look after the kids, but don't give them any sweets?" And every time I look after your kids, I give them sweets. Are you gonna trust me to look after your kids, bro?
I'll be like, you might have made a mistake, so we'll have a talk.
But you're gonna punch me up, or
Cal,
you're gonna make
why would I punch you up if you've made a mistake?
Not to give them sweets. That's not a mistake, Matt.
No, but if I speak, no. But if I speak to you, you say no. If I speak to you, you say, "Oh no, Matt, bruv, like they were crying. I didn't know how to calm them down, so I gave them sweets." I'll be like, "Oh, bruv, why would you do that?" Do you get what I'm trying to say?
No, Matt. If you said, "Look, Cal, they can have chocolate, they can have cake. Do not give them sweets under any circumstances. Don't give them sweets." Not the first time, the second. I do it 3 times, let's say. Aren't you going to be like, I can't trust him because he's not listening to my
but you've done that 3 times, bro.
So, Coutinho,
no. See, if Coutinho, if you do something 3 times, fair enough, yeah.
So it takes 3 times, Matt.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But if you make a mistake and do it 1 time, Cal, I can't be... Cal, if you give my kids sweets, and I said, "No, Cal, don't give them the sweets, and you say to me,
"It's not a story about how you got disrespected once, bro, and how you reacted."
We don't need to do that.
All right, Cal, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you as well, yeah. It's one of them ones where it's like the footballing version of pretty privilege. I'll be honest, it is. In my books as well. I can't hide it.
Nothing no more. Come up, release the files.
I have to throw in the fact that because he's an absolute baller, he's getting baller privilege. It is. It's the pretty privilege thing, isn't it? Like, we got to be real. Like, you do have to throw that in. If you're an absolute baller, there are certain things you will get away with that others won't, even if you do the same crime, right?
Not for me.
So I'm not going to lie, bro. The fact he improves us, I'm willing to go. Like,
you know what it is? I think, because it's, I'm going to be honest, Cal. When it comes to football and personal, it's very different because you got to remember, when me and Jiff talk about Coutinho, we don't have to see Coutinho in the dressing room. We don't have to see man every day and remember what he did, and vice versa. We're just talking from a footballing point of view. Whereas you're trying to say, no, but guys, deep it. And I understand it. Maybe we should be deep in it more. But you know, when I know something as well, you hit me in the head the other day, when you said to me, "Oh," and you said to Drift, it's because we haven't replaced him. If we'd replaced him, we wouldn't be talking about Coutinho. And it's so true. But here's the joke, Cal. Our owners have put us in a position where we are debating and deliberating over whether we should take back a former player, like knowing he's done us wrong, but we're trying to just put sentiment and all that things aside.
Go and
but when you deep it, it's because them man there haven't given us what we deserve, and that's a replacement, and that's facts. I'll hold my hands up. They haven't replaced him. That's what it comes down to, bro.
You see with the sweets thing, Carl, the only way I wouldn't forgive you for that is if my kid was allergic. If it was just me not wanting him to come home with energy, then I'm not going to be angry at you, even if you are.
Good, bro. I'm telling you, a kid jacked up on sweets ain't the way forward.
I'm going to be real. Cal knows me. I'd be like, Cal, why would you... Bro. Fam, now I've got to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning because my man's just running around the house shouting, Coutinho!
You don't want to see Stevie hooked up on sweets. That is mad.
Yes, long. Carry on.
No, I hear that. But if you and the missus have got a banging restaurant you're going to go to, you're still going to let me babysit, right?
No, not if you're going to come back. Not if they're coming back and I'm not going to bed until 3 in the morning, bro. Because man's up doing Salah song and all this, bro, in his Liverpool kit at 3 in the morning, bro.
I've just seen
I'll tell you what, here's what I'll do then. If I turn up and I realize you've given him sweets, I'm actually going to walk backwards while saying, you've got him for the night now. And I'll shut the door and I'll come and get him in the morning, bro.
Goodbye, goes, bro. We read out these super chats. Dean says, "Apologies, I still think players are good enough for us, better than some players we have. Damsberg, Dolberg, Schick, Basuma, Phillips, Livramento. I agree." Jamrock says, "Between Mount, Pulisic, Lukaku, Werner, Havertz, Cho, and Ziyech, they have 20 Premier League goals. That is a horrible return on goals.
Only
cost that much.
20.
Yeah.
That's about £300 million worth of talent, right?
Yeah. Sultan says, you know that as much as Robbo is not having the best season, I saw a comparison with Cancelo. Robbo in 15 games has 1 goal and 6 assists. Cancelo has two goals, and sorry, Cancelo in 21 has 1 goal, 5 assists. But this is where we can't use stats because Cancelo undoubtedly is, like, it's not even an argument in my opinion. It's had a better season than Robbo so far. Like, Cancelo's been the best fullback in the league.
It's not a debate. It's not a debate.
So this is where stats are a bit skewed.
Cancelo's had a better season than Robbo.
Yano says, our fans are calling for Bellingham, but can you guys see us paying Dortmund what they want? No.
The Bellingham thing wouldn't happen unless he ran the contract.
No, actually can if someone's sold. But yeah. If someone's sold, I think.
L Lad, FSG will get exposed when Klopp leaves. Says we need Gravenberch, Basuma to Shemi. Agreed. M Shack says select the following option: 1, City, Chelsea go bankrupt. 2, Klopp, Salah, Mane extend to 5 years. 3, FSG will guarantee 120 mil every season. Number 3.
Yeah, because we can make our own story. Don't have to worry about the others. Don't watch face. Number 3. Facts.
Yeah. Although number 1 would be extremely fun though. Yeah,
but it'd be more fun winning it on 120 mil because them lot will spend double that and we'll still win it. We just need a bit of money. Ronaldinho Goat says Coutinho with 1 leg is better than our midfield bar Thiago and Keita. Yeah, maybe. How's his back though? Math says Cal secretly celebrating Philippe Coutinho goals, still shaky still. I'm celebrating because of my FPO. Crowdy says, Cal, what do you think of Isaac Mabea? Honestly, not watched him play. Heard quite a few good things about him.
I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him, to be honest.
Just Lab says, don't forget FPL, not going to lie, missed the deadline.
Oh, no. What was the deadline?
No, he said don't want to look at FPL. Sorry, he forgot the deadline.
No, hold on. I'm going to help out everyone. Is there games tomorrow?
No. We're talking about for the previous round. He missed the deadline for the previous round.
No, bro, there's no Premier League games until the weekend, man.
No, bro. No, there's midweek games on Wednesday.
No, there's games tomorrow, I think, bro.
Oh, okay. Is it tomorrow as well?
I think so, yeah. Let me
check looking out, boy.
Math says, peace. Philippe Coutinho moving like easel in the shop. My neck, my back.
2 games tomorrow. So everyone, 2 games tomorrow. Burnley, Watford, and Brighton, Chelsea.
How much you get for a slip and fall in the stop?
Jamrock says, we're not about to gas Coutinho over 20 minutes. What the hell is this? I'll be honest, if the roles were reversed and you had a bad 20 minutes and I come in here saying the most, you lot will be still.
Because we'll be like, bro, he's 20 minutes and he's...
No. But here's the difference, though. It's hard to be good, but it's easy to be bad. So you've still got to put into context the difference between not having a good game and having a good game.
Drift, if I came on here after and I said after 20 minutes, Coutinho, he's dead, he's washed, he's rubbish, you lot would be like, bro, he's 20 minutes, give him a chance.
Yeah, but that's because I said it's easy to be bad, Cal, but it's still hard to be good. Like, you have to praise the goodness. It's not that being good is easy.
Right, let's not open this
I don't do buts or, you know what I mean? I don't, if buts or maybe I do absolutes. Coutinho got a goal. You know what I'm saying? And did he get an assist as well, I think? Did he get an assist?
No, he didn't. It was Fred.
Okay, let me just check how many points he got. He got, okay, so you captained him, so that means he got 6 originally, right? Is that correct? Yeah,
for the goal,
Big up.
Hey, Matt. Remind me to tell you something the chat told me, but when we were starting, when you weren't here. Remind me to.
Cool. Beretta says we're playing 4-3-3 without a natural winger in the whole squad, and you don't want Coutinho. Coutinho's not a natural winger either. No, he's not. Should be questioned on this too. Current players best through the middle. We haven't got any wingers if Coutinho is at the club. He's not a winger.
I think he can do, I will say, I'm going to do a Klopp here. He can do a false winger thing.
Oh,
you know, the inside left forward.
Ronaldinho Goat says we need more footballers, less robots, please. We already have Jota, Hendo, Ox, etc. Even if they're effective workhorses, we need Coutinho's, Thiago's, etc. Yes, I agree with that, but is there not another player in world football we can get apart from Coutinho?
No, there is.
So this is my point. Let's look at those
Not on
players.
the FFP budget.
But he was
but he
alone.
still doesn't fall within the budget because of his wages. He still doesn't fall within the budget.
He's alone.
FSG are the type of parents that send you to the shop with £1 and say, "Get me a crisp, a drink, and a chocolate."
Yeah, you'll come.
How am I supposed to do that, big man?
You'll come out of a Panda Pop, some no brand Chris, and a Fredo.
In today's day, I don't even think you could.
For real.
In today's day, you ain't doing that. Back in the day, you could do the most.
Yeah, back in the day, you could do the most, but today's day, you can't buy a drink. You can't buy a drink of Chris and a chocolate with £1.
Troy says, just curious, if for some reason the only way we get Haaland is if we brought back Coutinho too, would you do it, Cal? Keep the same energy. Yes.
Why are you pausing? I was gonna say, why are you pausing?
I would. Because it's Haaland.
No, but I told him, Cal, if that's the case, so where do we draw the moral line?
Man said he's willing to give it up all for Haaland.
You know what? No, I wouldn't then. I couldn't. I couldn't then. That'd be tough, but I couldn't.
No, it's too late. You've already given your honest answer. There's no point backtracking.
Well, I can change my answer.
You can change your answer, but the same emotion ain't there. You done it right off the cuff. Like emotion was there.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking about it. I can't do it.
You want me? I know.
Lamrock says, I know we ain't out here soiling our pants over 20 minutes. Coutinho disrespected his teammates and Klopp, and he still would have gotten his move. What we doing? Facts. He still would have got his move to Barcelona. Jamrock says Klopp said he only wants signings that will be part of the future and doesn't want 6 months signings. Coutinho fits neither. Klopp don't want him.
Guys, you do realize Barcelona forced Coutinho to force the move in January, right? If Barcelona
they need him off the wage bill so they can.
Coutinho would have waited till.
But they needed to register Ferran Torres.
Could he not say no?
Bro,
no, they probably told him we won't come back for you again. It's now or never.
They needed to register Ferran Torres, and not only that, he wants to go to a World Cup, bro.
If Barcelona,
I'm talking about when he left us,
when we sold him, Matt. If
Barcelona forced him to push the move because they didn't want to wait till the summer, and they probably told him we won't come back if you don't do it now.
No, but that's what I'm saying. They need to register Ferran Torres, bro.
No, we're talking about when he left Liverpool, bro.
Oh, when he left, sorry.
When he left Liverpool, the reason he left in January is because Barcelona told him it's now or never.
Did. That's correct. That is correct.
It's now or never.
All right, well, check it then, Drift. If we really want to be pedantic, they could have said, well, you know what, we'll make the purchase now and then you join us in the summer.
No, but they wanted him that season to help because I think they had.
This is what I'm saying. You can't have everything you want and then moan about the circumstance you're in. It is what it is.
But why are we talking about something that's already happened yet? Like, and again, a big up Jamrock as well.
This is my point. Why are we talking about Coutinho?
No, but not even that though. No, but Jamrock's saying things like, man already know. Big up Jamrock. I'm not even able to gut you, but when he's saying things like, obviously,
but yeah, because it happened.
No, I know, but do you want to know what's so mad though? It's 50-50 because you see how we have a go at Klopp for being sentimental. For me, that's been a bit sentimental and it being emotional, shall I say? Because you're holding on to something that happened like 5 years ago and you're still burnt by it and you won't let it go. And albeit, hear me out though, hear me out. Hear what I'm going to say. This brother should know more than anybody that the purse strings are mad tight. So you have to maximize what is available at the time. No one's saying that you have to like it, bro. But do you know the difference, though? Some other managers might have done that move and gone, I don't really want to bring him back, but it kind of makes sense from a bigger perspective. But our manager wants to sit there and play. I don't even want to say the name. I want him to, Henderson and Milner. Yeah, you know where I was gonna go with this. Our manager, I love him. I'm not even trying to say he's wrong, but the fact that he will never do things like that kind of does make you wonder. And Jamrock, I'm gonna kind of throw this back to you. Not in a thingy way, but like, You see how we say how Klopp has his favourites and he can be sentimental towards certain players like Mane and Firmino, whatever. Bro, I kind of feel like he's been emotional about the Coutinho thing. Like I really do, because if a player can help you and you know that your budget is like your purse strings are very tight, why not try and use this? Because you could use one another. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's what Pep would do. Pep would go, do you know what? I don't even like you, yeah? But I'm gonna get you to banging goals, then I'm gonna flog you in it. I ain't gonna sign you up.
No, he wouldn't.
No, but okay, maybe not Pep, but someone else though. You got do you know what it is, Cal? Be ruthless. But what Klopp's doing ain't being ruthless, you know? It ain't being ruthless. But anyway, we move. I know people don't want to hear about Coutinho no more. So
A-Spec says, as much as Coutinho would ball out for us, it tells the other players that they can crap on us and come back and set precedent.
No, it
Look at the
doesn't.
big picture.
No.
Troy M says, when you send the F file to FSG, name it Excel to buy. Didn't Ian go to Juventus in the 80s before coming back to Liverpool? Granted, I believe he left amicably, if true. He did. Left amicably and came back.
Wasn't there some animosity between Henry and Arsenal when he went Barcelona? He came back.
If that's Arsenal, bruv, they'll take anything back. Gunner logic, innit?
Nah, but all jokes aside, though, they thought he's better than what they had at the time because what they had at the time was dead.
Arsenal would have taken Bentner back.
No, they would have because he's better than what they had at the time. Business decision.
Arsenal. Let's not compare ourselves to Arsenal.
No, we're not comparing to Arsenal. Right, let's get out of this conversation. Let's get out of the Coutinho. Let's move on.
John says rating order. Ooh, Pedri, Bellingham, Wirtz, or Shirky?
Wirtz, Bellingham. Oh no. Hold on.
For me, Pedri, Bellingham, Wirtz, Shirky. It's your order it is there for me.
No. Wirtz. I'm stuck. All right. Wirtz, Bellingham, Pedri, Shirky.
It's Shirky, Pedri, Bellingham, Wirtz for me.
You're putting Wirtz at the bottom.
Bro, it's a hard list, bro. It's like
no. Fair play. I'm just quite surprised.
Hard list, bro. That was hard.
Wirtz is serious.
Dinesh says, Matt, like your girlfriend or wife runs with your best man. Best mate
in the mud. I can't lie.
As you come back and said, sorry, will you take her back? It's different.
Man's talking about. Can I explain something just quickly?
That's a personal.
Man's talking about a personal, real life situation compared to football. Remember,
but the analogy still makes sense.
It's very different, bro.
I feel like that's an extreme analogy. Man's
going to the extremes to say my wife cheated. This and that. Bro, we're talking about football.
What you have to do?
Let's move on.
Yeah. For real.
Coutinho would have had to have like slapped Klopp in the changing room.
Must have punched him in his face, bro.
Personal. Do you get what I'm saying?
Fam. Punch him in his face and break into his house. You know them ones there. Something personal. Shit in his bowl, like a bowl of cereal. Do something personal.
I think Coutinho, Hazard, and Bell have opened our eyes. We might not see any big players leaving the Prem for a while. The grass ain't greener on the other side. Bell had it. Bell had it green. Let's not.
Bell
had it green.
Injuries.
Johanna says Ericsson on a free, creative and long shot taker. Not for me.
No, only because of I'm just worried for him. Yeah, from a health.
I'd actually rather he didn't play football unless he was completely medically clear.
Same.
His life.
No, but he must be, otherwise he wouldn't be coming back.
I know, but you know, sometimes footballers can.
I'd be worried having him as a Liverpool player. I would.
Same. I'll be scared, bro. I'm being genuinely honest.
Messi says Arajo is better than Gomez. Not in my opinion. No. Ason says Adrian, Henderson, and Fabinho midfield incoming. Let's hope not. Messi, talk about who disrespected Klopp, but what about Divock? Don't know what that's meant to mean.
Divock's injured, so there's nothing. How do you disrespect Klopp? I don't understand. Yeah.
Yano says FSG made us desperate debating about Coutinho. You know, facts.
That is so true. Facts. I'll fully agree with that.
Jamrock says I said Klopp don't want him. That's not emotional.
No, Jamrock. Klopp being emotional, not you, bro. Not you.
Yeah. Klopp being emotional.
Klopp got burned,
he's emotional, but if Klopp's saying he doesn't want to play just for 6 months and he wants to build for the future, then that's not an emotion because Coutinho is neither of those things then.
No, Klopp should be looking at it as from a sporting and footballing point of view, he can offer something off the bench that hardly nobody can do. and he should put that to one side. No one is saying sign him up to a new deal. No one is even saying sign him up when the loan deal finishes. What I am saying is you could have potentially looked at that and gone, do you know what? He can help us, What he done, it still doesn't sit right with me. But from a footballing point, he can help us win points. It's about being ruthless and calculated. Something that our manager, who Jamrock has always questioned and said, he's not like Pep. I'm not even trying to say Pep would even do that. So let me take that back. I'll retract that back. I'm just trying to think another manager might look at him and go, we can help each other out. We both know that we don't really like each other, but you can help me and I can help you. Because Coutinho wants to go to a World Cup. The platform is Liverpool. We need goals and assists and creativity. It's one of those ones, Cal. But I'll be honest with you, the reason why I'm even bringing this up is because FSG have never replaced him. And our midfield is looking hella stale. And creativity-wise, when Naby Keita is fit, you still want to pick Milner for a Chelsea game. And I won't even go into it. And yeah, it's just long.
Maths here makes a point saying Naby was meant to be our Phil Coutinho, 60 mil, but not fulfilled it. I'd also say Ox as well.
Yeah, different players though, bro. But I get what you may be saying, maybe, but different players.
I've got an analogy for Cal, but it might be a bit extreme.
You just said you can't use extreme, so there's no point in it.
Hmm?
The fact that you said extreme, bro.
Got him.
Hey,
I'm talking about the closeness of emotion I was going to use was going to be extreme. But yeah,
we move. Last topic. FPL time.
While you're looking for that, I'll just put up something in the meantime, just so people can see something.
I got it.
Oh, sorry. Wrong tab.
So, as things stand, Mark A has kept his spot. Well, the top threes stay the same.
Scoop is hanging in there, though.
He's hanging in. Top three. Marcus in second place. Canal in fourth, up to fourth place. Kuda up to fifth. Kuda had a really big week, 77 points. Roughton in sixth. Nathan down to seventh.
With games cancelled.
Yeah, mad, innit? AJ down to eighth. James up to ninth. James had a big week, 75. Michael Edwards down to 10th. Bossing and Puddlefoot. David says is in 11th. 40-year-old Virgil in 12th. Mo Mane, Mo Problems down to 13th. Free Smoke down to 14th. And up to 15th place, joint 15th, is Scouse World Order and not Jota Clue, a point above Liam in 17th, although it should be 16th.
There's no need to know where we are in the league.
Yeah, no whatsoever.
We are, yeah.
Muddy.
To be fair, I don't even think I am.
Yeah, muddy. Messi said, we always talk about who disrespected Klopp, but what about who he disrespected? Kostas and Origi last season. It's about what's best for Liverpool. Philippe Coutinho.
Oh, yeah, I get his point.
I kind of understand what he's saying.
Yeah, disrespectful. Yeah, that's a point.
I mean, it's disrespect not playing a player because that's not.
Yeah, it is different, but it's disrespect, but different. Yeah, it's not the same. It's still disrespect, but it's not the same. If that makes sense.
It's an incorrect decision in our opinions, but it's not disrespect.
Yeah.
Well, it depends.
No. It's disrespect.
It depends if you dash a man into the wilderness. Because last season, it feels like Klopp actually dashed Origi.
So we're comparing Klopp not playing Origi and Kostas to Coutinho.
No. I'm not saying that. It's still disrespect though, because if a man's playing better than the other man and you're still picking your favorite, that is a disrespect. For example, Kyle, if you're a manager and I'm playing, me and Drifty playing the same position, and for example, I'm playing better than Drifty and you still pick Drifty, I'm gonna be like, bro, that's a disrespect though, because you can see what I'm doing. I'm putting up the numbers and doing everything you've asked for. I'm gonna see it disrespect. It might have been the same. It's not the same level of no, of course not. But it's still disrespect, bro. In fact, I'd arguably say all three of us have used that term disrespect when it comes to Simicast. Like when Robbo hasn't played well and we've seen the team shit and gone, bro, that's disrespecting Simicast. I'm pretty sure we've all said it. You have to keep it real. Not at the same level, though. We have to keep it real.
Ronaldinho Goat says Elliot, Thiago midfield, Trent, Elliot, Salah right hand side, we cook. I hate the pressure we're putting on Elliot. You know, I can't lie,
bro. So they're making headlines that he's
18
back
man,
in training.
18. BC says, what does build for the future mean in sell to buy? It means build for the next 5 years, like which is what we did. And this is why we're at the end of the cycle now. Dinesh says, Matt, sorry if I upset you, was not attack on you.
No, it wasn't an upset thing. No, never, bro.
Some Arsenal fans want to cancel the semi-final, postpone after this weekend winter break. Then we will have Mo and Mane back.
I didn't even know that. No, bro, you didn't. Come on now. Like, no one upsets me on here. We might disagree, but like, it's all love, bro.
We'll up the Arsenal thing a bit closer to time because we.
That's what I wanted to. That's what I wanted you to remind me of, Matt. Arsenal were trying to get the Carabao game cancelled, bro.
There's rumors. There's nothing concrete.
What?
Yet. There's rumors. There's nothing concrete yet, but the rumors are that they might try and get.
They're seriously trying to get it cancelled.
Can you say?
Postpone. Sorry.
Can you
I'm gonna be real. They need to play that game for my sanity, because if they do not play that game, just know I'm gonna be real. Whether you man are available or not, I'm going live and I'm going to finish them. When I say finish, bro, I'll be at work. Man's been, Matt, you on your lunch break? Yeah, I've got things to do, bro. I need to finish. Carl said I need to finish these, man, because Gunner logic don't make sense right here. I will tell them straight, bro. Don't make no sense.
Would we actually have Mo and Thingy back? I don't think we would, though, would we?
No, we wouldn't. Maybe, and I say maybe, it's a big maybe, Salah, but I don't think they would be back, though.
February, right?
Yeah.
If you postpone it, it's only 1 week, right? It's only 1 week. Like how with our one.
It would depend where it could fit into the schedule.
You got to fit into the schedule. There's no
way
space.
If they postpone that, Laurie,
and can we just talk, because this is Monday
still
now.
Love, but
this is when we normally talk about other teams on Monday. If there's anything that needs to be talking about, can we actually talk about the fact that they pussied out the North London derby? Can we actually talk about that? Because they always want to rinse Spurs and all that stuff, yeah.
Kind of logic in it, like I don't know.
Do you remember when? And Toby made a good point about how this is ridiculous that the Premier League has actually allowed this. Can you remember Lasagna Gate when Spurs had no players available and the league made them play the game and it made Arsenal get fourth? Do you remember that? When the whole Spurs team had food poisoning and the Premier League said, so what, you got to play the game? So even though obviously that was a long time ago, you look at the situation now, you're thinking there's one COVID case and it's literally just injuries that Arsenal were moaning about. And the Premier League has said, yeah, all right, cool, you can have it. When did injuries become a reason for you to not play a game?
Because they're basically using it to their advantage. It's a Prem problem, but Arsenal are just being unethical in the way they use it.
I'm still not understanding.
In the chat.
Yeah.
Just when you speak about Arsenal, Gunnar Lee pops up. Gunnar Lee. Asen says Carrier's contract is basically a food stamp.
No. Do you know what, people? All just aside, we got he plays for the badge. He's still signed on to the books. We kind of have to still support Loris Karius. He's still a human being at the end of the day. Like he's doing his thing in it.
Would you man play him? If we got down to him and Adrian, would you play him? Can't we forgive and move on? Do what's best for the club.
Who's the first to break?
Nah, thought not. Math says, I'm sick of this Bruck pocket business. FSG out. Yeah.
Oh, you can only be forgiven. I told you, you get.
He broke the silence. He broke the silence.
You see,
man was on a hunger strike, bro.
If Carey did what he did in the final, yeah, but he was Alisson, I would forgive him. But you can't be dead out there and make that mistake.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, I get it.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay. Dinesh says winter break after this weekend, 2 weeks. It's a winter break though. You're not meant to be playing games in that period. So I don't think
I don't think there won't be any games. Yeah, there wouldn't be any games.
Ronaldinho Goat says rumors Mane to be replaced by Nkuku. Would you? Nope. I'd keep Mane and add
Nkuku. Thank you. Stop this for. Oh yeah, facts.
That's what we should be doing. Right, boys. Hold on, one more. Oh no. Do you guys want to say anything before we head off?
Can't believe
No.
North London Derby.
That's just Arsenal, though. That's what they do.
Doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me. What did surprise me?
Hold on. Arsenal loaned out Pablo Mari today. They're mocking it.
Yeah, of course. But they loaned out Maitland-Niles and they loaned out someone else as well. You forget him.
So the North London Derby's on Sunday. They say they haven't got enough players, and then on Monday they loaned someone out. They're mocking it.
Yeah. That's what they do.
They are mocking it. Wow.
Now let's just go and beat them on Thursday then, innit?
Wow.
Facts.
I gotta hit them like Jimmy did Mace in that Hot 96 radio interview. Wow.
Doesn't surprise me though. Doesn't surprise me. What's the day today? Monday. When are we going to be back? Maybe tomorrow or Wednesday, innit, boys?
Yeah, most likely Wednesday, but keep an eye out for tomorrow just in case.
Yeah.
Gunner logic. Base facing space says percentage chance of us making a sign in this window. 10%.
0.
Yeah. I'll say 5%. I'll go in the middle. 0. So we've got 0, 5, and 10%.
0. We ain't doing a damn thing.
We ain't doing nothing.
Right. Well, guys, over 800 of you here. Smash the like button before we head off, please, people. Gotta say a massive thank you for everyone who's joined in the chat this evening. Even to Gunner Lee, Gooner Lee, or Liverpool Lee, the artist formerly known as. That's what we might just start calling you now still.
Yeah, and to be fair, might soon to be Geordie Lee.
Yeah.
Massive Jordan.
We will be back either tomorrow or Wednesday again, as always. Check out social media. Got to big you guys up. You got us over 3,000 on Twitter. You got us to the milestone. Let's get to 4 now, people. Also, if you watch the channel and you don't subscribe, we're on the road to 25k. Please help us get there as well. And man like Matt would say, we move. Thanks for joining us. Leave your comments below. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish and we're out, people. Coutinho, oh.
Coutinho, oh. Ole, ole.
Coutinho, oh.